All right, and we're live.
How do we know we're live? Hello, friends.
I'm getting echo off somebody.
Yeah, who doesn't have headphones in?
Maybe point at your ears. Point at your ears. Who's got them?
I got them. I have
headphones.
little earbudlets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, look,
Did we
I
lose
can
somebody?
see us.
Cass.
Oh no, Cassandra, come back.
Oh, Cassandra said that her computer freaked out as soon as we went live. So
Cool.
Oh,
It's just, technical difficulties is the name of the game in any sort of
there you go.
internet hangout scenario. I feel like I have like a weirdly upward angle on my. No, wait, now I can't fit in the frame. I'll just do that. That's fine. How is everybody? Happy Halloween month officially starting.
Yeah.
Halloween month. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
absolutely. I'm still tweeting this out, but
Oh, cool. Yeah. Keep on keeping on.
there you go. Back to the Future.
We have to get all of our Twitter ducks in a row, basically.
Too many Twitter handles.
Twitter Duck would be an
This-
excellent band name.
This is what I'm doing right now. This is me every day between the hours of 9 a.m. and 10 a.m.
Yeah, I wondered what it
Wow.
looked like. I know. Yeah.
Just tweeting over and over and over
Which
again.
is, what does that translate to? Like 6 a.m. for us?
Yeah.
Nick? Yeah. Which is why I always wake up and it's already happened. I'm like, damn
Mhm.
it. Okay. All right. Now I'm
Okay.
behind times. I missed the boat completely on Friday. It was like the worst feeling I've had with regards to tweeting out episode stuff because my call time was noon, so I was gonna wake up at like 10ish, and I got a call at 7 in the morning, waking me up saying like, actually they had the call time wrong. Can you be on set as soon as possible? I was like, oh, okay, great. And I went to set and I realized we didn't have any cell phone reception there or Wi-Fi or anything. We're just out in the boonies above Malibu, so I had no like internet access to do anything until like 8 p.m. And I was like, well, I think I'll just miss this one completely. I hope the listeners follow Scott because I couldn't get the tweets out. I couldn't do the morning tweets. It was really frustrating.
It's okay.
I think we just lost Nick too.
Yeah.
Come back.
Mm.
Cass and Nick.
I don't think it's gonna work.
It's kind of like
Everyone's
Thunderdome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can tell we four have the strongest internets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
Nick's back.
he's back.
There's Nick.
Welcome.
There
back.
he is.
Oh, good. Cool. I really could not hear you guys before.
That's
Oh.
fun.
Nick, do you have headphones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You can't really tell because of my beard and my hair.
Oh,
and
I see.
everything
And the
else,
white
but-
wall behind you.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, the Cabin Minute Cast people are watching. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Cabin Minute.
Oh,
Hi.
hello.
Welcome, guys.
They're tweeting.
Long
Don't
time
forget,
no
we have a hashtag. Hashtag
yeah.
DGP Live.
Yes.
DGP Live.
Yeah, if you want to tweet at any of us, just throw the hashtag on there and we'll aggregate it, as they say on the internet.
Yeah. Tofty
Oh,
is
wow.
monitoring.
Dope. Dope.
I am
Alright.
the social media Vanna White for the evening.
Yeah.
Thought
Someone's
for a
gotta
second
do
you
it.
said.
Yeah. And Zach, don't feel bad about missing one. You could be like Nick. He binge tweets like all of what we've done in a week. He's like, oh, I
I
checked
see.
Twitter for the
Yeah.
first time in like 6 days, so I'll just tweet all of these.
Just throw
And
them all down.
I'll like wake up and like at like 3 in the morning at some point. Nick is like, I'll have like 7 retweets in the middle of the night. Like, oh, Zach, or oh, Nick, check Twitter.
Yeah.
That time of the week.
It's amazing.
So we all have our own methods
Yeah.
of reaching our followers.
All right.
Communicating.
What does this
Waiting
say?
for well, we're waiting to see what happens with Cass. I'm waiting to
Gotcha.
get like a text or something from her.
Scott.
And
I hope she makes it back.
Is that backwards? That's for Chris O'Connor if he's listening.
Oh,
Oh.
hi
Oh,
Chris.
yeah, that works. It's like mirrored in the thing.
Yeah.
Do I have to write everything
Cool.
backwards? Oh, this is so painful.
That's amazing. Well, just like write it regularly, then flip the paper and trace it from the other side.
You
No,
know
I
what?
can-
You know
wait,
what,
I can
Zach?
do this.
The camera pointed straight up your nose is a little off-putting.
I'm sorry. I need a shorter thing.
Yeah, that works.
I can do this. Wait. Okay, there you go, Chris. How's that? Is that better? Yeah.
Perfect.
Talent. Talent.
There we go.
All right, there you go.
To do.
Hey, we have people listening to our Hangout, guys. That's pretty cool.
Hey,
is
thanks
cool.
for being here, Hangout folks.
Welcome.
We assume you know who some of us are. We're various hosts of podcasts on the Dueling Genre Podcast Network. And thank you for being here on our spooky town.
That I anticipated.
Yeah,
Well,
beards.
Cass is having some technical difficulties, so she will hopefully be joining us shortly. But I think we should probably just sort of get started. And is there a let me see here. What do I do?
We all look like Oscar Isaac would play in a movie. Like when they show what the real person looked like, and they're like, "Oh, I get why you would cast."
Ooh, we could play a game of Guess Who's Who. That would be fun.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Which host belongs to which voice?
Kevin Ziegler's art is so good. I didn't even know this, but when I was living in Chicago, my Lyft account was synced up with my Facebook, and my Facebook profile was like the Back to the Future art. So I didn't know, but that was my Uber profile picture for like a year.
That's amazing.
Recognize.
Did you tell us that story somewhere else?
I'm sure I have.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great story.
On some podcast.
Yeah. But like nobody minded because it looks just like you. So perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. They're like, okay, well, I'm sure he does something that requires him to have that.
Hey, did everybody figure out how to get to the Facebook chat window? Because it's not in this Google thing. You actually go to the Facebook thing and you can pop out the chat out of the live window.
What?
Oh.
And then you can see everybody talking while they're listening to us.
On YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Complicated.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, there it
see
is.
it.
I see it. How do we
Yep.
pop that out?
There's like 3 little dots, and you can click on that and pop it out as an option, and then you can actually just close the tab and have it popped out in a separate window.
Yeah, I don't want to see our video at the same time. There we go.
How do we
Oh, hi, Chris.
And,
Now we can see him.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
All right.
I caught maybe a third of that explanation. Okay, so
if I can just be shamelessly on
how do I pop it out?
There's like 3 little dots, and you click on that. And
Are you on the
option is in
YouTube
there.
page?
Trying to be, yeah. There's 3 dots. Okay, dots.
And then there should be a link that says when you click the 3 dots up in like that side of the window, it says pop out chat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
On the
definitely
YouTube
doesn't
page?
say that. Okay.
Do you see the chat in the YouTube page?
Nope.
Not the Google
Oh,
Hangouts page.
Ooh, everyone
The
remember to
YouTube page.
mute the YouTube video.
Yeah, mute
Probably
the YouTube
not.
video or it's gonna bring you.
I just
I'm gonna
paused it.
do it in a. Oh yeah, that's
Smart.
smart.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna put it in a different tab, in this one, and then maybe that'll work. This is fun. This is just getting to
Yeah.
No,
Sorry, we
yeah.
haven't technically started yet. It's all
Still technical.
Are we going to
Still
have like a
technical
fun,
difficulties.
cool intro or something?
no, it's a hangout. We'll just get started in a second. Sorry, everybody.
That's all right.
It's
You
our
don't
first. It's
normally
our
give
first
your-
time doing
In
this.
the up
so
next
here we go.
section.
I don't know about you, Corelli, but I do
The-
a big dramatic intro every time I
You
hang out
can
with
exceptional.
Okay, pop out chat. Beautiful. Got it. Ah,
Yeah.
figured it out.
All right.
Secret
All right,
was
so
to use prompt.
We're waiting on Cass, but let's go ahead and get started. So we thought for this first one, or I guess I thought, I don't know why I'm saying we. So I thought it would be cool if we talked about sort of like our favorite movies to watch to get us in the mood for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we all brought a few picks, right? So let's go ahead and go around. Nick, you're farthest from the mic, so I'm going to pick on you first.
We've already been referred to as the dueling Oscar comments, which I'm a fan of.
Oh.
The Dueling Isaacs, maybe? Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. What's okay? So yes, Scott, what is your question? What's the prompt?
Oh, what's your favorite? Oh, hey, Cass is here. Hi, Cass.
Hi, sorry.
Welcome back.
There she is.
So what is what's a movie that you regularly watch every year to get you in the mood for Halloween? I know you have a ton of these.
I do. I really love Halloween. It's I just love holidays, but this is really telling. But just right before recording, didn't get through the whole thing. I knew we had to get started. I went on Netflix and I started watching Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
if that says anything, that was like my go-to.
So
Yeah.
is that more of a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
Hmm.
I'm not
It's more
passing
of a
judgment.
Halloween.
It's a
Yes.
discussion to be
You
had.
know,
Yeah. I'm more likely to watch it
reason-
on Halloween.
Me too.
I rarely watch it around Christmas. Normally it's
Yeah.
because I watch it first in October. It's like, well, and there's so many Christmas movies,
Right.
but yeah,
Mhm.
I look at it as a Halloween, as like a guest, like a featured artist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's.
Alright.
I feel like if you watch the version of that movie that takes place in Christmas Town instead of Halloween Town, is that what they're called? I haven't seen the movie in a
Yeah,
while.
that's right.
Yeah,
Like that would feel like more of a Christmas thing, but because like our intro is all Halloweeny and pumpkin scream in the dead of night, and you know all of the weird, creepy, gothic, swirly hills and stuff like that. Like it feels like our intro is Halloween and our exit is Halloween, but we learned the spirit of Christmas along the way, so it feels more Halloween centric to me. I don't know if that logic holds up, but that's how it
Yeah.
feels. Yeah.
I'm imagining like an alternate dimension where like all the 2000s Hot Topic goth kids dressed like super Christmassy. Halloween-y.
Fantasy casting. Go.
Yeah. Oh, something with Eva Green. I don't know.
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a really good Halloween movie suggestion. Good call, Nick. Yeah.
Mhm.
I landed at the end of that sentence eventually.
What about you, Zach?
Me? Oh gosh. This isn't one I watch every year because it's more of a recent learn, but there's a it's technically a miniseries, but I treat it as a movie called Over the Garden Wall. That,
Yes, I love Over Garden Wall.
they did on
I haven't watched it
a
yet.
couple years ago. Oh my god, it's lovely. It's like it's an animated series. I guess it's like 3 hours long, something along those lines. About
Series,
this little young boy and his brother who have gotten lost in the woods, and it's like creepy and weird, but like charming and sweet, and they have ridiculous outfits, and it just feels like Halloween.
It's so
Elijah
like
Wood's in it.
autumn.
It's so good.
Like
Yeah. It's like
you almost feel the temperature drop while you're watching.
yeah, it's autumnal, and it's almost like it's got a slight Miyazaki vibe to it, like an Americanized take on like going into an enchanted forest from like Princess Mononoke or something, but with pumpkins and skeletons, and
Yeah.
it's just great.
Like
I love it.
It's by like century, but also like it has that kind of Miyazaki like gentleness to it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really it's crazy that it aired on Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
There are ways
very
different.
surprising. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But it's really great. Like my old roommate Nick, not Nick, she's Sam. I'm talking to Nick, so his face is in my old roommate Sam did the younger brother as his Halloween costume, which I don't want to describe his costume yet if you haven't seen Over the Garden Wall, but it is the best costume anybody's ever worn. So yeah, definitely look that up.
Some of the best voice acting by a child playing a child like ever. I think
By far, he's amazing. It's the Elijah Wood plays what is the young kid's name?
Greg.
Yeah, Greg. Yeah, Greg is like one of my favorite characters in anything of like the last 5 years. He's beautiful, and everybody should watch it. Yeah, so there it is.
I never would have thought of Over the Garden Wall as a Halloween October thing, but now that you say that, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I
it just
like
feels
that.
like it. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good one.
For sure. What about you, Cass?
I don't like a lot of scary movies. So I don't watch a lot of. I don't know. I feel like everyone's go-to Halloween movies are like scary movies. But I really, 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 really like Paranorman.
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't
Yeah.
seen that. We
Oh,
haven't put it on
yeah.
the-
so
Such a
good.
good movie.
It's so good, especially if you like Over the Garden Wall. I feel like you would love Paranorman because it's the same. It's Leica, so they did like Coraline and the one that just came out, Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yeah,
Yes.
Like
Yes.
a-
Yes.
yeah.
I feel like
All that
really
beautiful
like-
handmade stuff. Yeah.
that's yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's super
And
good.
I
And
still
it's really
feel-
sweet, and it's I don't know. It's like spooky, but it's also really sweet, and it makes me cry too. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I like stuff like that.
Yeah. No, that's definitely one of my traditions. I always put that on. Like every year since it came out, I've watched it like every October.
Awesome.
sure.
Yeah.
That's top of the list now. I'm definitely.
And I still think it's
Yeah.
their best one. To be honest, like I
Yeah.
enjoy. I really like it. Still like the like a seminal movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, some of their movies really hit me. I'm always amazed by the artistry, but some of them like actually land emotionally versus some of the other ones. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I really liked Kubo's a gorgeous movie, but it didn't touch me as much as like some of the
Yeah.
other things they've done.
Yeah.
I've heard from enough people who I trust that Paranorman is like top shelf. So
Yep.
it's
Oh,
going
it's
on.
I saw it for the first time a couple of years ago. I actually showed it to kids in my class. They were like, "Let's watch Paranorman in October," and I was surprised at how good it was. Like, it's one of those movies when it starts off and you think it's going to be like a cheap kind of like. But there was a weird like Ever After or something, which is just a not good CG movie a couple years ago. So I'm like expecting that, and all of a sudden comes this sort of beautiful movie that really kind of tugs at you. So I enjoyed that one. That's a good one. Good call.
Coraline too, I think,
Yeah.
works as
Oh,
a.
I can't watch Coraline. It freaks me out. Like the bug
I
eyes.
love
I
that story
can't
so much though.
Good. What about you, Gary?
I think one of my go-tos is probably like I want to say Beetlejuice. I think that's another one that they put on like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
the go-to October one for me.
Yeah, for
Guys.
sure. You know what? Speaking of Tim Burton, another one for me, and this is weird because it's not technically either Halloween or really fall or anything, but Batman '89 feels like an October movie for me.
Okay.
Whereas Batman Returns, I watch every Christmas.
Yeah.
Like Batman '89 feels like October and Halloween to me.
That's funny.
That's a good one.
Music.
That's that's interesting. I would not have thought of that.
a bat character, you know.
Yeah.
Bats are Halloween.
There you go.
I watch Sleepy Hollow every
yeah.
That's good. I haven't watched that in years.
That
but
is-
I remember loving that movie.
It's so fun and it's
Yeah.
and it's like I think it's like it's his most it's weird to say, but it's my fun movie
Mm-hmm.
in that it is such a lark. Like it really is just like an adventure mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Most Danny Elfman scored that Danny Elfman ever did.
yeah.
It's really I don't think it's people don't give it as enough credit because I almost feel like I'm not sure what people wanted out of it, but it's super over the top and ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's an absurd movie, but it's so much fun to watch. Which
Can we stay on the Tim Burton train?
Sure. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
It's like almost like, it's like a dynamite, like spoof.
Oh, I was gonna say it's not really terribly Halloweeny, but Edward Scissorhands is always one that I'm kind of like, if I'm in a mood to be spooked a little bit, I'll watch that one.
Heck yeah.
Sure.
It's on my list too. Though I'm more likely to watch that around Christmas.
Yes,
personally. Yeah.
I will say that. Yeah.
Is there like a weird parallel? We're getting a lot of like Halloween movies that also work for Christmas. Is there something to be said for that?
Halloween is on
isn't
Christmas,
guys.
Yeah.
Holiday movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it's that like a lot of Christmas stuff can feel a little gothic because it's cold and like can be sort of lonely looking.
Okay.
And so I think there's just a lot of parallels there.
Right. And it's not uncommon to place a horror movie at Christmas or things like that.
Well, I mean, like A Christmas Carol has ghosts in it. So.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. There's spookiness inherent in it. Plus, like, I don't know, Gremlins, like, is a movie I'll watch at both holidays as well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you guys ever see this? I'm sorry, but speaking of creepy Christmas movies, there was a what the heck is it? The Santa Claus, the Dudley Moore with John Lithgow.
Yeah, that one. I think that's just Santa Claus because the Santa Claus is the Tim Allen one.
Scared the crap out of me as a kid.
I mean, Dudley Moore's
Just
pretty
saying.
scary.
Yeah, I have never seen that. I only know the Tim Allen version
Same.
of Santa Claus stories. Yeah.
Oh,
Did we lose
man.
someone?
Yeah, we lost Nick. I'm sure he'll be
Yeah,
back.
I know.
Yeah.
Tofty, the chat is mostly freaking out about your recording setup right now and how
My recording setup because
yeah,
of
it
my
makes everybody
microphone?
feel inadequate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
okay.
it's-
Everybody needs to keep in mind he's a professional musician, so
True.
I mean,
Makes sense.
between
Yeah.
the podcasting and the scoring, which I know there's 2 scores that I'm supposed to be working on that I still owe people for podcast openers, and like personal private recording work, like I need. Also, this thing back here is just hiding a hallway with coats and a bicycle. So it's
Oh,
just
okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Seems like it's a dedicated room.
it's my kitchen, actually. I'm in my kitchen right now. So if I were to turn the
Oh,
camera
we'll
around,
see.
there's like a sink and a stove and my
Well,
dog.
that's amazing.
I'm also in a kitchen. It's not my kitchen though. I'm house sitting right now. So
oh,
it's not even my own space. The Blake and Sal show on the chat says
House
that
sitting.
yeah, A Christmas Carol, the musical from 2004, has a dancing ghosts number led by Jason Alexander.
That is
So,
terrifying.
That is very spooky. I will have to put that on the list.
yikes. All right, so Tofty, why don't you get us back on track? What's a movie you watch?
Oh
Halloween?
man, okay. So I'm gonna get us a little bit more contemporary. I again am also not a big horror person at all. As a matter of fact, horror movies tend to really freak me out.
Same.
Yeah.
But I did
like
go
'em.
to see. I went and saw It.
Yes.
Ooh.
So if we want to open that discussion, that movie was
Yeah.
incredible.
I love
It
that.
scared the
Loved
bejesus out of me.
I really
It
liked
also
it,
had
yeah.
me like that kind of scared where you're laughing the whole time. But it was just it was a great movie, and it's not like horror porn. It's not like slasher movie like Saw or anything. There's not like copious
Yeah.
amounts of blood and dismemberment. It's just like a good like seat of your pants horror
There-
flick. So
there's not
I'm
a
gonna that's
copious-
number 1 on my list.
There's not a copious amount of blood and dismemberment except for literally the opening scene.
opening
It has both
sequence.
of those things.
Yes.
Yeah, but then
Yes.
it's done. Spoiler
Yeah, then it's
alert.
done.
Really
True.
good.
Who else has seen it? Show of virtual hands.
Has everybody seen it?
No,
Oh, Cass hasn't seen it. All
I
right.
refuse.
No.
I can't do
General-
clowns. I can't do horror movies.
Well, do you mind if we talk spoilers on
Yeah,
it?
no,
or?
it's fine.
Okay. I think what really made me excited about it was that it felt like the movie everybody keeps telling me The Goonies is. Like, I have never been able to connect to The Goonies. Like, I can't. I don't like that movie. It doesn't land on me at all. I don't feel connected to these characters.
Oh,
But
yeah.
this movie and I felt every character's like perspective, where they were coming from. I loved these kids and I cared about what happened to them. And it was more about them, learning to face their fears than it was about like the excitement of scary stuff happening. So even if the
Yes.
scares didn't work, I would still like that movie.
Mhm.
Which I think is the key to any good horror movie is like, does the story work without the scares? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch Stranger Things, Zach?
I did watch Stranger Things. Yeah.
Okay.
I like
I
it a
love
lot.
Stranger Things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like there's this very similar, like almost Spielberg-y vibe about
Totally.
something about kids in
Well-
the 80s, like overcoming obstings is like
Well, Stranger
it hits me
Things.
here.
There was definitely the Amblin thing going on with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But it was primarily pulling from it. Like those guys actually wanted to do it. Like they wanted to make it as a movie, and they didn't have enough experience, and so the studio they own the rights wouldn't let them have it.
Right. So they did a
Wow.
riff on it.
Yeah. So they did a riff on it, and that's
Insane.
how they made Stranger Things. Yeah.
Which I honestly do think that the like cultural penetration of Stranger Things is part of the reason that it was such a big hit the weekend it came out, because
Oh yeah.
yeah.
the material stands on its own, obviously, and it's been a beloved book for 30 some odd years. But I think it took an adaptation, not a direct adaptation of Stephen King, but an adaptation that was nailing what is appealing about Stephen King, gaining wide appeal first, and then this came by later. So I just remember the week, like when Stranger Things happened, how crazy everybody was going. I looked up on IMDb Pro. They have this thing called the Star Meter that like ranks which actors are being looked up on IMDb more than anybody else at that week. And the week that Stranger Things came out, and still 3 weeks after it came out, all of the kid actors from that were more searched on IMDb than like Jennifer Lawrence or Chris Pratt or anybody. So when I saw that
That makes me happy.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh no, I know Netflix doesn't release numbers, but a ton of people are watching this, like a ton. So I really do think that
I'm
was part
so
of it.
grateful for the because it was so accidental, but the way that I watched Stranger Things was respect. Like I'm like the day that it came out, I had no idea what it was. I just saw the font and I'll
Yeah.
have my cup of tea, and I'll watch anything with Winona Ryder in it.
Yeah.
And I watched it with my roommate. I sat down and watched it with my roommate and just completely fell in love with it, and fell so in love with the kids and like the characters. And I think a phenomenon, a really easy thing to be like cynical about, or like to, and
to
like,
want to down a peg or something.
Right.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, I guess it has been overhyped, because at the end of the day, it was just like a fun ride.
Yeah.
And there's some great acting and great, I don't want to downplay anything, but in retrospect, like a good friend of mine is trying to get into it right now, and he's having trouble because at this point it has become such a phenomenon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's tricky. I always feel weird about that when I watch something and I immediately like feel excitement, enthusiasm about it. Like, how do I communicate that to somebody without overhyping them or like making their expectations wrong? Because I think one of the reasons, the same way for you, Nick, that it landed so hard for me was that I didn't really expect anything of it, and then I got sucked in and spent the whole day watching it.
Yeah, it was the same for me. I was like, I've been hearing a lot of people talking about this. I'll sit down and I'll watch the first episode, and I just watched the whole thing. Like, I couldn't.
Right. Yeah. But if somebody had like come to me like a month later and be like, "No, bro, you gotta watch this. It's like the most amazing thing. You gotta watch it." Like, I probably would have come into it with a chip on my shoulder or something, and it not landed the same.
Yeah, I've definitely done that to friends for like I've brought it up too many times, and now they're just never gonna watch it, and I have to be okay with that.
Yeah, I remember like 5 years ago when Looper came out, I was so ecstatic about that movie, and I was so amazed that like a movie of that size, like a $60 million movie, not a $150 million movie, not a $4 million movie, but a $60 million movie that was like about sci-fi and noir and like interesting stuff. I was just so amazed it got made, and that it was as good as it was, that I was like begging people to go see it. I very clearly remember one of my best friends from college like sitting down to watch it with me, and him being like, "This is why you freaked out?" I'm like, "But no, it's real good. I pushed too hard."
Yeah.
Maybe Looper should be an October movie for me again.
That's good.
No, I will say
So
that when the lights came up on it, I turned to my friends and I'm like, I'm gonna be watching that fucking thing like every Halloween for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely. So someone on the chat was mentioning, what the heck was it? Cabin in the Woods.
Yes.
Which I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, it was
I don't know if you guys
probably Heidi, who is the host of
Cabin
Cabin Cast.
Yeah, Cabin Cast. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So that's a good one. How about this one? Did you guys ever see Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
Yeah, that's a good. That's good.
That's a lot of fun.
I love that one. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. So I'll say
Evil Dead remake is one I've come back to a lot.
Yeah,
Really?
that's good.
I never got around to that one. I never
No, me neither.
saw that.
No, I actually I do. I like that remake a lot. It definitely doesn't stay in the spirit of the original at all. It totally, it makes it like kind of like straight-faced and more like what they were trying to do with the first one and failing, which is what all the charm is from. But it's still like a legitimately good movie, I think.
Oh, cool. Okay.
About like addiction and trying to kick it and all of that. So there's some good stuff in there.
I actually preferred that to Fede Alvarez's next movie, Don't Breathe. I like Don't Breathe, but to me it didn't match.
No, I didn't even like Don't Breathe. So I don't know. But I was going to say, to keep it classic, I was going to pick The Shining. Which is one that I watch every October.
That's cool.
I just watched The Shining like a month ago.
You've never seen The Shining?
I've never. Bring it on. Everyone on the thing. Bring it on.
We're just excited for you to watch it. It's not a judgment call.
What's that?
What'd you say, Nick?
Well, it's on Netflix, so it's it's not like it's conveniently available.
It's not anymore.
Sometimes that'll stop me.
It's not anymore. They took it down just in time for October to start. Of course.
Of course they did.
How dare
That's what they do. Yeah.
Shit.
Awful.
I watched it before it came out because I wanted to watch something.
Yeah. Stephen King. Yeah. Get in the mood.
Sure.
It's a great movie. Man, that's a good one.
I've only seen the movie once, but that book is like one of the most terrifying things I've ever read.
Actually,
Yeah.
I never read
So
the
many-
book. Yeah.
It's really good. It's
Very
kinda
different
long.
from the movie.
Yeah.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
It's really short for Stephen King.
Oh yeah.
Like for Stephen King, it's practically a novella.
I think his short stuff is better only because it feels like he does. I don't think he plots like the whole thing out. And so
Yeah.
he's really great at characters and then he kind of meanders figuring out how
Well,
to resolve everything.
What is that, John?
His shorter
What
books
is
are
that?
better because it makes the endings easier to.
I think it's a turtle
Yeah.
with a podcast mic at a computer.
I was bored.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
There it
Oh,
is.
We might
Nice.
send it to a listener or something.
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah. So many
Um,
skills that Tofty. So
But
many.
yeah, I love watching The Shining because it's it not only, especially toward the end of October, because it also gets me in the mood for winter.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know,
Snow.
so it's
Yeah,
like
totally.
it's a nice
Oh.
transition movie.
Also, keeping it classic.
Yeah.
Practically, it's almost become like a religious thing. But every season, I always have to like take a week or take a day and like as many of the as many of the Universal horrors as I can.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The Wolfman I
I
watched.
just need
a
to go
lot.
back to Dracula and Frankenstein. Yeah.
I
Well,
love the long
and
Hanging.
speaking of those, and what Zach said earlier about not liking the Goonies, because I don't like the Goonies either. It's not great, but that's also because as a kid I saw the Monster Squad first,
Yes.
and it's vastly superior in every way. And
Really
so if you're a kid and you watch Monster Squad first, and then you try and watch the Goonies, not happening. Nope,
Yeah. Exactly.
it's not the same.
I'm in the goddamn club, aren't I?
Yeah. Wolfman's got nards.
Mhm.
Yeah, which kind of leads me to another one of mine, which is The Lost Boys. Is one that I watch a lot.
Great.
Yeah,
Oh.
I really like.
It's been a while since I've watched that.
Nice.
It is such a specifically 80s movie, but it feels like a warm blanket, and it's very. It's as far as like vampire movies go, it's not like the most like scary one out there, not like the most realistic one, but it is one of the ones that like sticks in your mind for a while. Plus, there's like crazy saxophone stuff in it.
Well,
so-
and you being such a and probably all of us, maybe not Gary, I don't know, but since we're all sort of big Buffy fans, I mean, obviously Lost Boys, because I mean that's where like the majority of his vampire mythology
World
comes
building,
from
yeah.
that movie.
There you
Yeah.
go.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
I
It's
know
like a Monster Squad is the freshman, then Lost Boys is like the senior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like a little.
I like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's not movies, but I feel like it would be a crime to not mention the Buffy Halloween episodes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
No, there's a lot
Specifically
of there's a lot of
the season
TV
2.
episodes that
Oh,
I
work for
return to
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like every Slutty Pumpkin episode I have to
Uh-huh.
watch.
Sure.
Is that an OC reference I don't
Boy
get?
Meet
No, it's a
How
How I Met Your Mother.
Oh,
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother reference.
Yeah.
Mhm.
World.
The Roseanne Halloween episodes are always great.
Mhm, mhm.
I don't know if how many of you guys watch Roseanne. Maybe
I'll
I'm
take
It's
your
supposed to
word
be
for
great.
it.
I just never got around to it. Yeah.
Wow,
Ooh.
really? Even you, Tofty? Seriously?
I didn't watch Roseanne was one of those shows when I was growing up that my parents wouldn't let me watch,
Oh,
and I just haven't gotten back into it as of yet. I just started watching Will and Grace, so I'll let you know if there's like Halloween episodes of those that are worth note.
oh, okay.
Maybe I'll let you know by the Christmas hangout if there's any Christmas episodes.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
There's some debate.
Boy Meets World. That's some pretty great Halloween episodes.
Oh, God,
Did he
there's so
really?
much TV I missed out.
Uh,
There's a debate in the comments about if Lost Boys isn't the most realistic vampire movie, what is the most realistic vampire movie? So like people have said Martin by George Romero is a very realistic vampire movie, which is true. 30 Days to Night
I
is
guess let the right one in.
I'm about to, yeah, I was just writing that. I think that's
Yeah.
probably, Let the Right One In, I think is like
but you know what?
coldest take.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So let the right one in, right? Let the right
Yeah.
one in. Not a Halloween movie. Let
No.
me in.
No.
Halloween.
No.
Totally,
Let me in
let me in.
Halloween movie.
Totally Halloween movie. It's
Yeah.
it's weird that the remake feels more like a Halloween movie than the original does.
Yeah.
That is
Wow.
weird.
American filmmaker. I think it's,
Yeah, America is the Halloween land, right?
Yeah.
The land of
It's
Halloween.
Cass,
Where-
you're
where
back.
Salem happened.
What else you got?
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Ghostbusters. All right.
Perfect.
Yes.
Mhm.
1 and 2.
I've only just seen the one
Oh,
and the
That's right.
remake, but
Yeah.
How did you feel about the remake, Cass?
I actually really liked it.
I need to watch
I did
the
too.
remake
I had
again.
fun with the remake.
Are they coming with a sequel to that? Do you think?
I'm not
No.
sure. I don't think
I
so.
don't think
sad.
so.
It's
I
pretty
don't think
breezy
so.
movie.
Yeah, if they do, it'll be like a weird like side sequel where like that one exists and maybe they pull in like 1 or 2 characters into like a new cast or something, to sort of like kind of hedge their bets both ways, I would imagine. But
Yeah.
That's too
I don't
bad.
know, because I heard that they're making another Ghostbusters movie, but they haven't really said what it is yet.
Oh,
Just
interesting.
that they're working on it.
Well,
So-
Ivan Reitman has been saying a bunch of stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Stuff.
Ghostbusters is a
know.
good call, Cass.
That's a great
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Ghost-
the thing that I like about the remake is that it's really appropriate for kids. Like,
Yes.
like you could watch it with kids, whereas like you gotta like answer blowjob questions with the first one. We were like, what's that ghost doing to Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah, but that's like that stuff. You got. Did you have to ask that question when you saw it the first time, or did you just not? Because I just didn't like
Oh,
even
really?
address it. First time I saw it, it
absolutely-
was like he's like I
Learn
don't.
about that
It doesn't
later.
like it didn't
Yeah.
compute, so I didn't. I
That's-
didn't.
No,
even think
I
about it.
totally remember asking my dad, and my dad just being like, his pants, he fell asleep wearing his pants, and they were uncomfortable. I was like, oh, okay.
When I was a kid, there was like a blanket of just like sex, like the mysterious
A blanket of sex.
And
Yes.
Also,
I mean,
a great.
it's everything. Like
Is that the name of your autobiography, Nick?
a blanket of sex.
Oh my
And so
goodness.
like everything involving like bed or like kissing or like private part stuff, I was like, oh well, that's sex. And I was like, I'll find out about that later.
Oh yeah,
Put that on the back burner.
So Jesse Starcher in the comments mentioned Treehouse of Horror, which
Oh,
how
yes.
could we not talk about Treehouse of Horror?
Okay,
that's like the one
well,
episode.
favorite
That's
Treehouse of Horror story.
That's the one episode of The Simpsons I am guaranteed to watch every single year.
Yeah.
My
Definitely.
favorite is probably the riff on the Raven that they did.
Oh,
That's classic.
Same.
Yeah, I love
That's almost American
Yeah.
literature in and of itself by now.
Basically,
They teach that in schools. They probably do teach that in schools.
I love
When I was in high school, an economics teacher of mine showed us Last Exit to Springfield.
Oh, nice.
Speaks about
Yeah.
like, unions and protests and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it weird that my two favorite Treehouse of Horrors are The Shining and Nightmare on Evergreen Terrace? Because like they're both they're both what's his name, the Scottish Willie
Willie,
right?
Groundskeeper
Willie,
Willie.
yeah, Groundskeeper Willie, yeah.
Do you guys remember the one where the dolphins take over humanity
Yeah. Yeah, why?
and they kill Lenny, like they rip him
That's
apart?
right. Yeah.
That's
God.
isn't that a newish one?
They got really
the
weird and
same.
dark in those. Yeah.
Yeah, they always use it as an excuse to get really like gory and violent, and I always
Don't
like
blame me. I voted for Kodos. That is a
Bob
good
just
one,
pointed
Bob.
that out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
That's the
classic.
best.
Yeah.
Bart's Evil Twin, that's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
Is
One where Homer goes to hell.
the evil Krusty doll, right?
Oh,
Wasn't that one?
I don't know if I actually watched that or just the idea of it is something.
Yeah.
in my brain.
The evil
Yeah.
Krusty doll where like it has the setting in the back for good and evil.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
switch
yes,
on its
yes.
back. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Child's Play. That's another Halloween.
Oh man, those movies messed me up.
Oh God.
There's something
you
so much
remember-
scarier about them. Yeah, when you're young. Yeah.
Do you remember the My Buddy dolls?
Yeah.
So
No.
Yeah.
had one, and then remember, like I got the doll first, and then saw the trailers for this movies when I was a kid, and like stopped. I wouldn't let my mom put the doll anywhere in my room anymore. I was like, you have to get this out of my
It's the
room.
right call. Yeah, it's the.
Oh,
demon.
man.
Yeah.
Have you a movie that they put out like 3 years ago? It was called Curse of Chucky.
I remember it coming out. I didn't see
It
it.
was solidly good. It was like a return to the form of the first one.
Well,
Like,
well, Cult
was
of Chucky
not-
is out now. I think today. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
out
really
on Netflix
excited.
today. Yeah, the
Oh.
sequel to that one.
Bob's
Last
pointing
one
out
I
that it's
saw
also Christmas
Bride
Eve,
of
the
Chucky.
Child's Play. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
It's true.
Teddy Ruxpin. Yes,
I like the funny
Teddy
ones,
Ruxpin was
but-
also horrifying.
Yeah. I really like Bride of Chucky.
That was my favorite toy. Yeah, I love that thing. I take it with me everywhere.
I like the horror comedy. I don't know who made the point, but the funnier Child's Play ones are the ones I return to more often. Like I really like Bride of Chucky, and I will watch Child's Play when I want to be scared. But I think Bride of Chucky
Yeah.
is fun.
Well, I think again, there's that playfulness that you want in a Halloween movie, and so like
Yeah.
Bride of Chucky is a
Yeah.
little more playful than Child's Play, which takes itself very seriously.
Yeah.
Can I give you guys a weird movie choice that doesn't fit at all?
Bring it, please.
And I don't know why this one just always strikes me as like a really good, like not even necessarily like Halloween movie, but like a good fall, like kind of weird, like not horror, not scary. Terminator.
Ooh, yeah.
Interesting.
Like,
yeah.
The first Terminator movie just has that
Sure,
thing,
yeah.
like the way it's shot and the tone of it, like
Yeah.
it works.
It kind of goes
on
up.
that same
It
level.
would be a good double feature with Batman '89.
It very
There
much
you
would.
go.
There you go. I know what my Halloween night is consisting of now.
A blue tone.
Speaking of the Terminator and Halloween, The Guest.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That'd be pretty
Which takes
good.
place at Halloween. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't
You
hear
guys
that.
see
What
that
movie?
The Guest.
Oh, I
The
don't know
Guest.
that one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's the only good Adam Wingard movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick.
I don't know
I will say this guy is like, definitely unfortunate.
We didn't
I know what
get
you said,
we didn't get
Nick.
that. We didn't
yeah,
get
I
that.
just heard definitely at the end of it.
Yeah.
I said I would agree that it's his last good movie.
Mm,
Fair enough. Yeah.
sure.
Have we
It's
talked
like-
about Poltergeist yet?
Ooh, we have
Ooh.
not.
Oh, I love
No.
Poltergeist.
That
That's
is
like my
great.
threshold of like scary because it's
You
fun
can handle that.
until,
Staring
Oh.
into
until
a-
his face melts off, and then I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
eh.
If you can handle that, you can handle it. It isn't
really?
even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. Clowns though, dude. Like,
yeah, clowns, but it's like
I don't know,
Yes.
Scott.
It is
that are
like
pretty-
like a creepier episode of Buffy level scary, not like a
Yeah.
I don't know, Exorcist scary.
okay.
I mean,
I
I don't
also
know,
don't.
man.
I also don't like gore, and I don't like violence on. Like, no one likes violence on children.
Oh,
so like, I
no.
can't handle that.
Shit, Ben.
Yeah.
I mean, on
Here we
one
are.
hand, okay. On the other, it's a really good movie.
Yeah.
movie.
Okay.
Great pun, Tofty. On one hand,
Elaine asked if we'd mentioned Beetlejuice, which we have briefly.
Yes, we did earlier. Yeah.
I like
Beetlejuice.
saved it, and then we just
Yeah.
kept going.
I love that movie.
So they're doing a sequel to Beetlejuice, right? Is that still happening?
Oh, Jesus.
Really?
That's dead.
I mean, I haven't
Okay.
heard anything about it for a long time, and
Really?
Tim
Okay.
Burton's stuck in Dumbo land now. So
Yeah.
No, that's right too.
That's
Stuck
so
in
weird
Double
to
A.
me.
I feel like I heard after
If
Birdman,
he wasn't
Keaton was
making,
like,
if he wasn't making a Dumbo movie, that would be the most childish insult ever.
literally making a Dumbo Land. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
He's
Yeah.
fucking Dumbo.
he's doing the live action Dumbo movie. Yeah.
I just got
Why?
reminded of one that I want to throw in.
I
don't want to
no
talk
one
about
knows,
Dumbo
Cass.
anymore.
Literally, no one knows.
I don't want to talk
No
about
one
Dumbo.
knows.
You know what I want to talk about, which somehow Beetlejuice reminded me of?
What?
Adam's Family and Adam's Family Values.
Oh,
Those are my
Yes.
go-to.
Yeah.
Yes.
awesome.
oh man,
absolutely.
I have some inside knowledge that there might be an Adams Family Minute podcast coming.
I also have the same inside knowledge.
Do you?
Nice.
Ah.
Very good. I would listen to
It
that.
would be.
No,
Absolutely.
those are great movies, man. Those are
Yeah.
fun.
And like those movies were so important. I feel like so many cool girls that I know now are like they like Wednesday Addams and like
Mhm.
the Morticia were such like
Morticia.
great characters to exist back then, and like
Yeah,
I think those movies have aged beautifully.
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And I think
I remember there was a time where Tim Burton was doing a stop motion animation Addams Family movie, and then it didn't end up getting off
yeah,
the ground.
that's inspired by the
sad.
comics.
Yeah, inspired by the
Interesting.
original comics. Yeah.
yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
Or like
and then it didn't end up
illustrations or
happening.
whatever. whatever they
Yeah.
We need a new Addams Family movie or TV show or
Absolutely.
something.
I feel like it's about time.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
I mean, they
musical's
tried
really
the Munsters.
good. Maybe
They might as well have tried
maybe
the
they should-
Addams
I have
Family.
heard good things
Oh
about
my
the musical.
God,
the Munsters was so
I heard the
good.
Fester bit is great in that.
I mean, just imagine Oscar Isaac and Eva
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
in
Who
Addams
would want to
Family,
see that movie? Who
everybody
not
would buy
wanna see that
tickets.
movie?
Literally
Anybody
everybody.
listening not want to see that movie?
Come on.
Oh my God.
That would be
We wanna
amazing.
Hashtag new Addams Family movie.
Yeah.
I always loved in the Addams Family.
Is that Brian
Is it the first or the second one?
Fuller, like Halloween special?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Brian Fuller did a Munsters Halloween special a couple years ago, and
Oh.
where it was a pilot for a Munsters show, and then
Right.
it didn't get picked up, but they spent so much money on it, and Bryan Singer directed it, so they had to air it, and so they aired it as a Halloween special the following fall.
Holy cow!
Um,
Wow.
and it was really good. Like it was really
good.
fun. Yeah.
It's a great
Eddie
concept.
Izzard is grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Eddie
awesome.
Izzard, his grandpa, so good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great casting.
I really love that.
I think they were gonna make Eddie gay. I think that was gonna be like the main thread going forward, but they didn't get to.
Right.
Like it was gonna be
Right.
like a metaphor for.
I
Right.
dig that. I mean, the whole Munsters or Addams Family, the whole thing is just a nice, easy metaphor for being an outcast, whether that's whether being queer or. I mean, the movie itself is super like Jewish and queer, which is cool. Like a lot of it is rooted in like Jewish family values and like summer camp and all that sort of stuff. And then a lot of the humor feels like Jewish grandparent humor and stuff. And then the rest of it is like very queer. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so much of it, I love what isn't played for laughs in those movies.
Yeah.
There's that scene where Morticia just tells Wednesday, like, our family motto is like, we will devour those that would try and like control us or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're just like, oh shit, that is like a really
That's
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a positive regular family
Right.
film, I think. Weird.
It is, I remember never feeling as like understood as the section in Addams Family Values when the kids are shunted off to the camp and they get like forced to like read these like really white bread things and like look at Disney movies all day and then just like looking around like where are my bats and my creepy crawlies and all that. Like I was like that's it, that's me right there.
There
And
you
then,
go.
Christina Ricci doing the fake smile thing after that. I was just like,
Whoa.
man, those are my people.
Christina Ricci in that movie. I mean, I think that's the reason why she sort of became such a successful actress after that, because she was amazing in those movies. Like the things that she would do, like that fake smile where her eyes were just totally dead.
Yeah.
But she was smiling. Like I don't know how to do that as an adult, let alone as like a child. Like that's nuts.
She was
Absolutely
just so
nuts.
confident in every scene and just like so self-assured and just so great. She was just so cool. And nobody questioned her like abilities. Like Wednesday was like a 12-year-old girl or something and she was the biggest badass in the world and everybody was fine with it. I loved it. Sorry, there's dogs attacking.
Were those after Casper?
Oh, Casper was going to be one of my picks. Casper was one of my picks.
Well, there you
That's
go.
awesome.
There's your segue. You're welcome.
Yeah. No. Casper, it's one of those kids movies that like there's a lot of really immature like kids movie stuff, but I think that it has enough pathos to it that like her relationship with her dad and like how he gets turned into a ghost and like all Casper ever wants is to become a little boy, but like he has to give up his ability to do that so that she doesn't lose her father. Like, oh man, there's just some really good stuff in there. I love
Scott,
it.
you might have just
It's also,
convinced convinced Chris O'Connor that he actually likes that movie.
Yeah.
He's like, wait,
It's
I
a
don't
good
know.
little
Do I like it?
secret.
Do I not like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
man.
I have not watched that in like 10 years. I got to get back to it because I remember how sad that whole death of her father thing is at the end.
Yeah.
It's
It's
got that
a
dreamy
really
Devon
fun
Sawa.
movie. I just watched it last year. And then plus there's the Dan Aykroyd cameo as Ray Stans.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's like,
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's right.
He comes out and he's like, "Who you gonna call? Somebody else." And he like, leaves. Yeah.
That's right.
Getting their ghost cred. Oh,
Yeah.
that's really good.
No, I love Casper. I think that's a great one.
That is a great one.
Do you want me to be the jerk in the room that does this? I'm gonna do it.
What?
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
I like Hocus Pocus. I just rewatched it like the other day.
Yeah.
I love Hocus Pocus. Are you kidding me? Are you
No,
kidding me?
Is it
I love
maybe
it.
the ultimate Halloween movie?
It might be the most Halloween movie were it not for Trick or Treat. But
I think there's four. I'll say four big Halloween movies, right? So
Okay.
there's Halloween, obviously,
Sure. Yeah.
right? Trick or Treat, obviously, and then I think there's Paranorman, and I think that there's Hocus Pocus. I think
Okay.
those are the four.
Man,
like
I really gotta watch Paranorman. Dang.
nothing gets me in the Christmas or in the Halloween spirit more than those four movies. Those are the four.
Nothing gets me in
love
the
it.
Christmas
My
spirit more than a
ringer
good
on that
Halloween movie.
list.
Yeah.
Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
Is that the one with the masks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should watch that again. It's been.
That's the one.
Hang
where
on,
the
before
kids
we
put
roll
the
on, can I say there was one thing I wanted to mention about Hocus Pocus, and I don't know if they've done this in the past, but I saw an ad that this year, I think Freeform is doing a 24-hour Hocus Pocus marathon on Halloween.
That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
That's cool. It's the new Christmas story.
I was
Right,
wondering-
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I was
cool.
wondering what the appeal of Freeform was for a while, and then like last weekend, Bethany and I were. It was our anniversary, so we just got a hotel room to hang out in, where we're like, let's just watch Harry Potter and eat street tacos all weekend. It was great.
That
I
sounds
was gonna
amazing.
say it's the Harry Potter channel.
It's the Harry Potter channel now. I was like, that's what
There
the
you go.
appeal of Freeform is. Because like I look at their original content, I'm like, how is this ABC Family still thing on? It's they just play Harry Potter all the time.
all the time.
All of the time. What they do, I was like, all right, I guess you're getting my viewing eyes this weekend because that's exactly what I
think
needed.
they're. I think wrapping up their Pretty Little Liars era, and now
Yeah.
like kind of.
Yeah.
Transitioning, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to do. It seems like all their new stuff is like this like weird. I mean, urban has like a bad connotation, like a racial connotation, but I don't mean it in that way. I just
Right.
mean like everything that they put out now has that sort of like urban documentary feel, but then it's all just like teens being very emotional with each other.
Yeah, like they're very soap opera, like Switched at Birth, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but that
Oh
was
my
no, that's the ABC Family.
That's the
version.
ABC Family version.
Yeah, where it's like
Freeform
highly
is like
produced.
Famous in Love or whatever.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
I'm actually in an episode of that. If you watch closely, there's a scene where Bella Thorne is like getting her green dress like tailored, and there's like a dude there tailoring her dress while she's talking to her friend. That's me. So I had to
There you
like,
go.
I had to literally like kneel at Bella Thorne's feet for a 12-hour shoot day while she like made jokes about, I'm so hungry, I want to eat like a McNuggets. Isn't it funny that I eat McNuggets and I'm a famous actor? I'm like, can you not?
Yeah.
So the someone else in the chat earlier, I think it was Elaine, mentioned Penny Dreadful. That's
Yes.
great Halloween material.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
Oh, it's
I've seen, like,
awesome.
and you can watch it all in a month. This is the best part.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
because it's only 3
Perfect.
seasons of like 10 episodes or something.
Yeah,
like that,
I want
right?
to try. I'm like, I got like 4 episodes into that, but my Bethany got too spooked, so we didn't keep going with it. But
Oh,
one of these,
God,
one of these sounds
the Eva Green sessions in that is
insane. Yeah, she's
just Eva Green. That whole
Yeah.
show.
Awesome.
Eva Greenest.
all
Eva
Eva Green
Greenest.
all the
The
time.
Eva Greenest show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Eva Greenest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll check
I'm
that out.
almost. I don't know. Like I think to me that quenches my It's more Halloweeny than American Horror Story for me, just because it does. It harkens back to that again. Like I love the Universal like Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman,
Yeah,
and like
and that's that show. Yeah,
it's also kind of, if you ever, in case we never get a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen show, we always have Penny Dreadful.
exactly. Yeah,
Nice.
Because we never got a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen movie, so it's nice that we have something kind of like it to watch.
But wait, there was that one.
No.
says the guy.
I thought, should we touch base on Scott mentioned like the big 4 most Halloweeny ones. We talked briefly about Hocus Pocus, but just like general consensus, Hocus Pocus, it's great. It's great.
Yeah,
I love it.
No, it's great.
I love
And it's
it.
but the thing is, it's great.
Kathy
but it
Najimy
is
is a gem. She is like a national treasure.
Yeah.
but it is 100% a kids movie.
Yes.
And so
exactly.
if you have never seen it and you
As a
try
kid.
to watch it, as a kid, and you try and watch it as an adult,
It's hard.
it's not going to hold up. It's just not.
Watch it with a kid.
Watch it with a kid.
There you
yes,
go.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
I think it holds up as a kids movie. I think it's really holds up as a kids movie. It's good.
Yeah.
And I love
What
the
holds up as a
design
kid's
of
movie?
that world. Hocus Pocus.
Yeah.
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 It's just so beautifully made. It's like
How
half
long before-
realistic, half storybook, like a fairy tale type of
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Absolutely.
How long before
Great
the reboot?
performances,
That's
like-
my question.
Well,
I hope they
that's
never
already
do.
happening. It's already happening. Yeah.
Really?
It's gonna be like a-
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah,
be like
yeah.
a
They're
Disney
doing a
Channel
Disney
thing.
Channel remake.
No.
Yeah.
They already have Halloween Town. Why do they?
Yeah.
Alright.
I was gonna bring up Halloween Town.
I don't
actually.
It was going to happen. It was
Halloween
never,
Town starring Turtles Judith Hogue.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, look there.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean,
okay. Halloween Town is also one that I watch every
I
year.
I
like
love that
Halloween
movie.
I have
I
a
love that movie so much.
Great.
It's-
Halloween Town 2.
uh,
Bars
I've
Revenge.
never seen Halloween Town 2.
generational divide. Me and
Yeah,
Todd.
that's fair.
Yeah. A little too old.
Absolutely,
Too
absolutely.
old.
Um, Trick or Treat though, because
Yeah,
that was one of the other big ones on your list.
Trick or
That's-
Treat, I watch on Halloween every single year.
That's
What
wow.
is Trick or Treat? That one's not ringing a bell.
Oh boy, Stofty.
It's the.
I know,
It's an anthology.
Shining
fun
Tradition.
Halloween.
I'm not mad at
It-
you. I'm
it's
just
an
excited.
anthology movie.
Yeah. It's like a bunch of little short stories.
Yeah, Michael Dougherty wrote and directed it, and it's this little kid in like a pumpkin head and like a bag of know,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And he carries
now
like
I got you.
like a lollipop with a bite taken out of it, so it's like sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sam, they call him.
I'm with you now.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that movie.
Oh, it's so good. I want them to make the sequel so bad, but Michael Dougherty is like blowing up now. He's gonna do King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, so
So
go for it, man.
yeah, Krampus was great though.
I loved Krampus. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really fun.
I love that movie. That was great.
Christmas, Halloween. We're back on it again.
That's
There
right.
you go.
Yeah,
It keeps happening.
perfect. Yeah.
Unavoidable.
You know, this one doesn't feel that
You know what's
fall-ish.
weirdly become?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
I didn't expect this to become like a tradition movie, especially the first time that I watched it. But it's almost transcended scariness, and it's just become like I can just sit back and watch it. But the Babadook.
I
still
love
never
that
seen
movie.
it. I still
I
never
love
seen
that
it.
movie.
All right,
That's
let's put it
good.
on the list.
That's good. Someone else
Previous-
looks like
Oh.
let's see.
Hang on. We got the Frighteners. Chris mentioned the Frighteners
Ooh, the
Yeah, The
Frighteners. I still
Frighteners
have not
is
seen that.
phenomenal.
with Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Frighteners is phenomenal.
I need
I
to go
watched
back.
that a lot.
I have to go back and watch that one again because the last time I saw it, or the first time I saw it, the only time I've ever seen it, was on TV, and I didn't even know it existed. I had never heard of it. It was probably like
Sure, yeah.
2005 or 6 or something.
Yeah.
Had no clue. And I'm a huge Michael J. Fox fan. Like, I cried when he left Spin City. I've read both his books. I'm a huge Back to the Future. Like, I
Yeah.
love Michael J.
Wow,
Fox.
yeah,
Had
yeah.
no idea this movie even existed for the longest time. And I've
That's
only seen it
amazing.
once. I need to go see that one again.
It's
Yeah.
his last leading role
Right.
in the
Frighteners.
movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great movie.
It's
Wasn't
really
he was like
really
contracted to do another movie, and that was like the one he ended up doing. He needed
Yeah.
to fill, yeah.
good. Yeah. But it's really good. Peter Jackson directed it. I mean,
Right.
That's awesome.
it's awesome.
Back
And
to the Minute fans, there are outtakes where you can see Michael J. Fox accidentally walk.
I've seen
Accidentally what?
those.
He does what?
He'll call the character Doc. He'll like slip in.
oh yeah,
Marty
Right.
McFly.
That's awesome.
yeah,
That is amazing.
absolutely.
I had one that struck me. It was because of the Krampus discussion. It reminded me. There's a great bit in Krampus that's
I've
like
never heard it pronounced like that, but I really like it.
what? Should it be Krampus?
Krampus.
Krampus?
Krampus.
Krampus.
It's like German, right?
Krampus.
Yeah, it's German. It's a German word. Yeah,
Whatever.
it
You
checks
should
out.
American
You know the
up
movie-
your accent more.
Oh, real quick before I forget.
Stop being so culturally
Everyone go
sensitive,
see-
Zach.
Rare exports.
What is it?
Just
Nick? What
don't.
did you say?
Yeah, rare exports.
Rare
I've had that recommended to me
Yeah, man.
before. I've never seen it.
Rare exports. Okay, but there's a bit
It's a
in,
really solid Christmas horror movie.
Yeah.
There's a bit in that Christmas horror movie that starts with a K where there's monsters in the snow under the ground. It reminded me of a movie I watch. I try to find an excuse to watch about 4 times a year, which is Tremors, which is another one of those.
I fucking love Tremors.
I love Tremors.
Well, I guess we're not PG anymore.
Comedy. It is the best blend of horror and comedy for me. But it feels more summery than October. But
It is
if there's
very
like, should we watch something spooky? I will 100% watch it.
I saw that
Well,
one for the
I'm
first
from
time about 2
Texas.
years ago.
Let the
You
record
did.
show. Let the record show. I've never seen Tremors.
Oh my god.
It's okay. Scott, I saw it for the first. I was playing a gig, and one of my friends like handed me a flash drive. He's a huge horror movie like buff. He's like, "Oh, there's all these movies, but you got to check out this Tremors." And I took the flash drive home and watched it, and it was amazing. It was incredible. I was a big fan.
It's a really lean script.
Weird movie.
Stuff moves fast in that, and I love it
Yeah.
so much.
Nice.
Have you guys seen any of the sequels?
Yeah, don't
No.
watch it. Well, I guess the second one's okay, but just don't watch it.
And of the okay. So here's why I'm weird.
I've watched them all.
I actually saw the sequel first.
What the? Okay, sure. Why?
I was staying over at my friend Chris's house, who lived in Capel, Texas, and he was like, "You want to watch Tremors 2?" And I was like, "What? Giant sandworms that are in the desert."
Yeah.
It sounds horrifying, but I have to watch it. And so worms like die, but out of their husks come like little ones.
They're like raptors. They're like
That
above
are-
ground.
Yeah, they're like the
run around.
rat.
Oh,
And in the third one, they can fly.
It's really bad.
Evolve to fire.
Wow.
And they can fly short distance.
Aren't they doing a new Tremors TV show like
They're
starring
trying to.
Kevin Bacon?
Yeah,
Right?
Kevin Bacon coming back, which
Wow.
I will. Absolutely. They did an old Tremors TV show that was not good.
Bad.
But if they
Yeah,
bring
I
back
know.
Kevin
Watch it.
Bacon,
And
I
watch
would
the fourth
definitely
one,
watch it.
which was a western.
The fourth one is a prequel and a western. It's the worst of them all, but
Tremors
it is
4,
the most audacious one. Here's the thing about the
Yes.
Tremors to me, right? Like the beauty of Tremors, the movie, is it's such a simple concept executed very, very well, which is the floor is lava, the movie.
It's lava.
Yeah, like, there are things under the ground. They will eat you. You can't touch the floor. Tremors. Right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Perfect.
I
It's
love
like
that.
Jaws in the desert, right? It's great.
Well, I
You
got a
can't
question.
swim- Okay, yeah.
Did Tremors or Beetlejuice happen first?
I think Tremors did. Wait,
Interesting.
1980.
Oh no, I think Tremors was like 93.
No, Tremors is like 87 or 89, I want to say. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, that's
It's late
crazy. They really
80s.
waited with
Yeah.
the sequel.
But yeah, they both do the Dune-esque thing with the sandworms.
Dune, right?
Tremors is
Okay.
90.
They both.
Tremors
they
was
both-
90. Beetlejuice was
Okay.
88.
So they
Oh, so
both rip
Beetlejuice
off.
takes one first.
They both rip off Dune, though.
They both rip off
Yeah,
Dune.
yeah,
we
of
should.
course.
Okay, let's clear
Let's
that.
make it
All right.
extremely clear that they're both ripping off.
Right.
But Tremors is fun because it's that concept as a movie and that like excitement as a kid of like I can't touch the ground.
Interesting.
Right.
If you
It's
take
a
the
movie for
graboids
kids
out of
because
the
it's
ground,
just gruesome enough.
if you
right,
take
yeah.
the graboids out of the ground, then it doesn't work. Well, I'm not.
Hunger lava.
The floor's not lava. I can see them coming, and they're blind. No, I don't care. I don't care about ass blasters. I don't care about the. That's
They
the
were
official title for this.
making a joke.
It's not a
Bob-
joke. That's what they call them. It's dumb.
Bob in the chat points out that Dune is more of an Easter film.
So, did any of you guys ever see the movie Pitch Black
Birth.
Pitch Black. Is that with
with Vin Diesel? It's like the
Diesel.
beginning of the
I love
Riddick
Pitch
movies.
Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another good
Interesting.
monsters in a desert kind of world
Down with it.
Interesting.
Definitely
spooky
down with
picture.
Yeah.
Not Halloweeny, but a good.
Did anybody
kind of
see the
spooky.
second 50 Shades of Grey movie?
I didn't
50
see
Shades
the
Darker.
That's terrifying.
No.
50 Shades Darker.
Oh God.
There's a flashback scene where there's a scene where they go back to Christian Grey's childhood home, and they never call attention to it, but he has a Chronicles of Riddick poster in his bedroom.
That's amazing.
That makes those movies
It
make
was
sense
great.
now.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like I would be remiss not to mention Shaun of the Dead.
Of course.
Oh,
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Got to bring
Absolutely.
Oh, you know what else? This is a very recent one,
Go
but
on,
one
go
that
on,
I
please.
definitely want to put on repeat a lot. What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yes,
I
That one's a
still
lot
need
of
to
fun.
see that.
Oh, I
absolutely,
love that movie.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Attack the Block is another good one.
Oh, Attack the
I
Block!
haven't seen that yet.
Oh
I
man.
know, I know.
Oh, Attack the Block
The
is
debut of
so
John
good.
Boyega.
Yeah, the debut of John Boyega.
Yeah. Oh God, I love Attack the Block. It's
Yeah.
like
It's
Tremors.
Moses.
It's one of those like small town has to defend against monsters type of narratives, but
Mhm.
like the people aren't useless. They're just like, oh, all right, let's like, can we swear on this? All right, let's mess these guys up. Like, let's get going.
Yeah.
Like, there's some sort of practical like enthusiasm and like, let's go take on these like aliens, which is
Yeah.
so fun in that movie. And they're great.
Which
monsters.
is kind of what, and that's what 2017 it nailed for me was like,
yes.
it did feel like Jaws at the end where they're like, all right, they're gonna take out this clown man, like they're gonna,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has not to spoil it, but it has one of the best like "smile, you son of a bitch" type lines in a movie I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
It's
And a great like third act sucker punch that you don't see coming. Oh,
it's good.
And the 13th Doctor.
and the 13th
And the
Doctor.
13th Doctor. Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
true.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
So we said Shaun of the Dead. We said
The Others is one that I go back to a lot.
The
Oh,
Others.
sure,
Yeah.
sure.
That one I almost couldn't handle the first time I watched it because I didn't see the like big reveal or whatever
Yeah.
coming. So I just felt it was a very traditional ghost movie that ghosts creep me out more than anything else. Like I can handle slashers, I can handle werewolves and demons and monsters and all that, but ghosts make me uncomfortable. And
I'm with you.
Really
Well,
made me uncomfortable.
Demons will freak me out if they're portrayed like ghosts.
Yes,
So like
yes.
the Paranormal Activity movies freak me out. Another weird thing.
Yeah. The first three are genuinely fucking great.
Yes. Well, the thing about the third one specifically that freaks me out. I have a
Yes.
weird fear of large groups of cult members or witches coming toward you.
Cool.
Like
yeah.
just like they're on a mission to get you. Like that freaks me out. And there's a moment in that where one of the characters like turns the camera and there's all of these like witch cult members like walking toward them and it's and then they turn and then there's some coming from over here and I was like like
That's so scary.
Also, the third one is set in the 80s, so it also has that added creepiness of like 80s video, like recorded video.
Absolutely.
Did you guys like It Follows?
Yes.
Not it, but It
Yeah,
Follows.
I liked it. I didn't love it, but
I love it until the last like 15 minutes
Yeah.
where
I can see that.
like
The
'cause
pool
it
stuff?
yeah, the pool stuff turns it into like too generic, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then it's like worthless because like it didn't actually do anything. So I don't know. Like it just like you could literally exercise the pool scene and it changes nothing about the movie. So I don't know why it's there.
On the whole, I just think it's
And
one of my favorite concepts for a horror movie in a long time.
100%.
and I have to admit, it does feature a moment that did make me like shout out loud at the screen.
Yeah. Which was?
Where that really tall guy is like already coming down the
yeah.
hallway.
See, that's the thing with It Follows is it hits that, it scratches that same fear itch of just like people just like silently like walking towards you to go get you. Like that freaks me out. It just freaks me out.
It's very creepy.
Yeah.
Does anyone else regularly watch the Thriller music video around Halloween?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
It's really good.
I would have felt bad if I didn't bring that up.
Yeah.
No, when I was doing some like Lyft driving part time for a while during October, I would have a playlist of like Halloweeny music, and it was so funny because some people were really into it, and other people were like, "What? Like, why? Are you serious?" But I loved it because I would have like Thriller and stuff on there, and every time Thriller came on the playlist, people would be like, "Yeah, Thriller." It's the best.
It is the best. It's amazing. That's why they used it for the Stranger Things 2 trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Which is great. I will watch that. I will watch that.
I'm so excited.
Watch the hell out of that.
Watch the hell out of that.
While we're talking about Halloween music, I mean, Rocky Horror Picture Show is like,
Oh my God.
I listen to that a lot. In
Sure.
October.
Yeah.
Sure. That one, I weirdly don't really associate that one with Halloween for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My mom used to watch that movie every Halloween.
Oh,
And
interesting.
so it would be just like the thing that was on when we went out and went trick-or-treating or whatever.
Yeah.
Which movie?
I mean,
And
Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is a Halloween movie for like tons and tons of people. I think I'm definitely in the minority here.
Yeah.
But like for whatever reason, I've just never associated it with Halloween.
Yeah.
But Polygon Wizard suggests Nightmare on Elm Street, which yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I
That's
feel like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, all those kind of like 80s horror icons, like that almost goes like that is they define the genre. Like
see, Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, though, to me, that's just a horror movie, and so like I more associate that with. Like I would watch that in a double feature with Jaws on like Labor Day or something.
Yeah.
Or 4th of July. Whereas like Nightmare on Elm Street has like more of a spooky.
Yeah.
Which one? Friday the 13th?
Nick?
Oh. I think he's having internet trouble.
That's all right.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street feels like more fall. I think maybe because are they going back to school? Like for the fall at the beginning of that movie, or
perhaps
I don't remember.
You know what's an 80s horror one that really does feel like Halloween for me is An American Werewolf in London.
That's a good one. Yeah, I definitely watched that a lot around Halloween
which
too.
begat us the Thriller music video.
That's
True. Good old John Landis.
How about this one? A little off the beaten path. E.T.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't watch that movie at all.
I can see that. I can
It
see that.
scares
There's a
the crap out of
Halloween
me.
scene in it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can't. Like E.T. does like E.T. scares the crap out of me. I can't.
I've heard that from a lot of people actually.
Scared me.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah, around my age group, there's a lot of people that are like E.T. is very scary to me.
Dude, that
Yeah,
scene
'cause
where
he's
he's
supposed to
being
be like
Go ahead,
really,
Cass.
No, he's supposed to be like really cuddly and stuff, but the design is wonderful, but it's very unsettling. And I think that's why I'm just like, no, thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
the parts at the sort of the last act where he's in the hospital, they've got the house tented and all that stuff, and he's going
Yeah.
pale, like that stuff scares the shit.
Yeah.
To this day, it's still
Yeah.
really hard to watch that stuff.
Just to point out, Katrina from the chat mentioned that we actually do have a Friday the 13th in October this year.
Yes.
So I would say Friday the 13th is appropriate, but only the ones that
this
don't,
Halloween.
only the ones that do not take place at Camp Crystal Lake.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hang on. Speaking of movies that scare you for no good reason, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh yeah.
I mean, there's
Scary
boat
stuff.
ride.
What is that boat ride?
It's horrifying.
Oh. Who does that help?
I don't know.
I get the like magical wonderland of candy. I get that. It's like a marketing tool, but like, why is the terror tunnel in there? What is the point of the terror
I have
tunnel?
no idea.
Why are there crickets on people's faces? What is that? Willy Wonka.
I don't know. How about Psycho? Anybody watch Psycho around Halloween?
Oh gosh.
I've
For-
never
for
seen
me-
Psycho.
Oh my God, Tofty!
No. I know.
See, for me,
You have a
for me,
good month, dude.
the reason that it,
Please, you're gonna have
I'm putting all of them on
That's
the
true.
post-it note.
the reason that it plays as a Halloween movie, and it's such a minor thing, but the
Yeah.
reason that it plays is because Norman Bates eats candy corn. Like that's
Oh,
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's all
There
he
you
all
go.
he eats is candy corn in that movie.
No one in
It's
their
like-
right mind eats candy corn willingly.
Agreed.
I eat candy.
Agreed.
I love candy.
Uh,
That's one of my favorite
Zach!
candies, actually.
from
Yeah.
A Bug's Life.
Yes.
Loved candy corn.
It's so great. What is
Bro,
wrong with
Bro,
everybody?
candy corn.
Candy
No.
corn is great.
It's so good. I can't eat tons of it, or I start
No.
getting like an
I get
intense
stomachache.
sugar high.
Yeah,
But it's
stomachache
really
too.
good.
Like I
like
portion
it.
it out. Like I'll buy a big bag and then eat like a corner of it at a time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There
absolutely.
you go.
Nick, did you say that you like candy corn too?
Who else likes candy corn?
I do. I am a
You're
fan
in-
of candy corn.
Good. Good.
You're
Good.
good
Also,
people.
Here we go.
Wet
So we have the
cardboard.
majority. We win.
Yeah.
Candy
Yeah, I
corn,
do.
yes.
Disgusting.
Josh Dalton on the chat. You enjoy your candy corn all by yourself. All right?
I also sometimes like the candy corn pumpkins. Which they only
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
Celestina just
much.
said that.
They're great.
I like the pumpkins too, but I could only eat like one, maybe two of them.
Yeah, they
Or
really
it's just
hit you
like
hard.
I'm just like like it's way too much sugar.
Like I eat a higher number of
For
regular
some
corn.
reason,
I don't like the chocolate
my
corn.
my go-to Halloween candy
Go to Halloween candy.
are the peanut butter cups. Like just
sure.
the single peanut butter cups.
Mm-hmm.
They're shaped like pumpkins, all the better.
Same.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Even the little foil wrapped ones, like the smaller peanut butter cups, where they're like gold and orange. And
Oh yeah, like the little bitty ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am allergic to peanuts.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Wow.
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
Friend I ever had.
Why would it ever have come up?
I feel like peanuts come up in conversation, and we've had like 125 conversations, and I feel like peanuts accidentally might have happened at some point
Listen,
in there.
there's not a lot of peanut eating in Spider-Man.
700
so-
Sundays.
No.
There's not. Yeah. I
true.
don't know. Tricky.
If people listening or watching are looking for new Halloween movies to watch this year, I highly recommend VHS and VHS 2.
Oh, really? Okay.
They're
VHS.
anthologies where they're each directed by like a different kind of like indie horror director. Like Adam Wingard did one, Ty West has done one. Did a freaking amazing one, and I'm a big fan of them. They're kind of like R-rated, like they're very like not subtle in their genre. And
That's
They're worth watching because there's
I'm a fan.
usually like at least two in each one
are
that
like-
you really love.
nice.
Even if there's usually one in each one that you're just like, what was that? I don't know. That was not great. But then like the other ones are decent, and then there's two like really good ones. Like you said, the Gareth Edwards one is unbelievable.
I will have to check those out. That sounds
Yeah, same.
You know, I don't know where this came from. I just got reminded of another Halloween movie that I love to watch, which is Slither, the James Gunn movie.
I just came out on Blu-ray. I'm really excited to revisit that.
I really want to get that Blu-ray because they have
Is that Nathan
Connor-
Fillion?
Nathan Fillion,
Yes.
Elizabeth Banks. Oh man,
That was good.
That sounds
I enjoyed
awesome.
that one. Yeah.
So if you
Brown,
watch
combo,
that
right?
one and Cabin in the
Like-
Woods and then Tucker and Dale, I
Ooh,
feel like
that's
that's a nice
great.
like three movie.
That's a great day's worth of.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Hello,
Oh, there's a
Sunday.
dog.
Prime
Sunday.
Nathan
Who
Fillion.
wanted to come say hi?
Oh, puppy.
He's confused.
Aw.
Hi, Sunny. Can you go sit down? Yeah.
No.
No. He's part of the conversation now.
No, he's got.
She heard us talking about Tucker and Dale versus.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
hey, that sounds like a great triple feature. I want to be part
There
of
you go.
I have things to say about this. I have thoughts.
go.
Oh, you know what else? What other is a good one? I really love the Fright Night remake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm
Really
both Friday nights,
good.
Really, like do a double feature.
Yeah. No, both of them are good, but like that
I
one,
love this
that
video.
remake with David Tennant is really good.
Yeah, and Anton Yelkin, you know,
Aw. Now I'm sad.
one of my favorite Yelkin.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Zach, does the dog like candy corn?
I don't know. Sonny, do you like candy corn? He says yes. He says yes.
Okay, there we
Perfect.
That brings us even, right? Okay.
Mm.
No, that Josh asked that. Yeah.
Comments earlier was bringing up Disney Channel original, and
Oh yeah.
there is one that I would say, without nostalgia, Under the Bed.
I don't know
It's
that.
like kind of a like
Oh,
it's like a Drop Dead Fred kind of.
What's it
Yeah,
called?
it's like
Under the
where
bed?
don't look under the bed.
Don't look under the bed.
That sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
I just
It's
thought
like
of one. I just thought of one too. I
It's-
actually just two because it's one in a follow up. But
Halloween Town?
no.
Oh, you missed that part of the conversation,
Oh,
Kat.
sad.
But yes,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
it's Halloween Town. Absolutely.
Little Monsters.
I was
Oh, yeah.
Yes!
with Fred Savage.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All
Dude,
right.
I would have nightmares
Drop
about
Dead
like the
Fred.
no because you
No,
said
it's because you said don't look under the bed.
Yeah.
They come under the
Okay.
bed.
Little
I was
but-
right there with you.
But when I was thinking of like the one of the most terrifying performances for me as a kid watching stuff was the guy who plays like the mayor of like Monsterville or whatever at the end,
Yeah.
where his like face can come off and he's like the lizard guy underneath.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
he was
creepy,
so
creepy.
creepy.
What's the
Oh, so
Jonathan
creepy.
Lipnicki movie with vampires, the littlest vampire.
Yeah,
or something
little
like
little
that?
vampire or
Yeah,
something like
that
that.
one.
Yeah.
No.
Another in those.
Oh,
Yeah.
Going back to kid stuff, I love like Disney Halloween cartoons.
Which one? What'd you say? You love what?
The Disney
Halloween Nick.
cartoons.
Oh.
I don't know. We lost.
Like kind of like old
Oh.
50s like Halloween cartoons. Like the one
Okay.
like,
No, I think we lost him.
I don't know what he's saying. But
I
he
don't know what
seems
he's saying.
passionate about it.
Oh. Nick, what?
can you hear me
Okay.
now?
Yeah. What? Which ones?
Can you hear me now?
Write it in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. No, can't hear him.
Oh,
All right.
no.
But the other thing I was going to throw up related to Little Monsters, because it's like kind of a remake of Little Monsters, is Monsters Inc.
Oh
I love
Okay.
Monsters Inc. Come
Yeah.
on, that's amazing.
Totally.
Yeah. Monsters Inc.
For
is a
some
good one,
reason,
too.
I always associate that movie with Thanksgiving, and
A
I have
little
no
bit.
idea why.
I don't know why
Bless
either.
Family coming together. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
You know what's a Halloween one that I don't watch that often, but it does feel very Halloweeny is Reanimator, the H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, yeah,
Reanimator.
sure.
You see that? About the
Sure.
guys
I haven't seen that.
make zombies. It's like
Well-
a weird tone.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
it's really silly. It's kind of in like an Evil Dead 2 vein almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really silly. Like combine Evil Dead 2 and The Frighteners, and you kind of
There
get
you go.
Reanimator.
Yeah.
Another one that I thought of, going back to our Batman 89 Terminator discussion.
Mm.
I think I would put The Prestige
Oh,
I
Christian
love
Bale
that
movie?
on that
hell
list.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Wolverine Batman movie.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
messed up movie.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
so good.
It's so good.
good.
So good.
It's like a Twilight Zone, but better. I don't
Yeah,
know.
when the twist like unravels at the end, it's the first time I saw it, it blew my mind.
But it's not one of those movies where like the twist is like the whole thing. It's like you
Yeah,
watch it the second time and it's more interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I love stuff like
Speaking
that.
of David Bowie, have we talked about Labyrinth yet?
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always watch Labyrinth
Oh.
in the.
Hell yes, Labyrinth. Hell yes.
I know, Scott. I know.
Would you stop?
Oh,
Really
get out of
going?
here.
Not fair.
Boo.
No.
Labyrinth
No.
is bad.
Boo
Did you
you.
not see it when you were young?
Labyrinth is my Hocus Pocus cast.
Fair enough.
Okay, fair.
Oh.
You just called me out? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Oh yeah.
That you
Rude.
wasn't here for everybody being stoked about Hocus Pocus, and Scott
Yeah,
had
well,
to
that's good.
make
Yeah.
on the wrong side of history. Yeah. Ooh,
I love Labyrinth. I
do
love.
love Labyrinth.
Come
Me
on.
too. Dark Crystal's good too. I like Dark Crystal.
I don't know. Labyrinth.
I love. Okay, in Labyrinth, I could watch it all day. Is the ball trick?
Hell yeah.
The ball
Oh
trick
yes.
with
Yeah.
the yeah. Like I could
Scott,
literally
do
watch
this
that all
again,
day.
please.
Like when you can see Bowie, like when you can see David Bowie's balls.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. I don't know if that's so
Mick
much.
Jagger loves that part too. Oh, thanks, Zach.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
We're just
Show
gonna sit
off.
here and watch that for a while.
Yeah, that's all. I only could do the one thing. But I remember in college, like a bunch of people hadn't seen Labyrinth before, so we set up like a Labyrinth viewing party, and a bunch of us watched it together at a dorm, and then somebody was like, "Can you actually learn to do that like juggling thing with the balls?" And we were like, "I don't know." And then 3 of us endeavored over the next week and a half
That's
to learn
awesome.
how to
That's
do just
awesome.
a little bit of contact juggling.
All right.
Zach, are you going to that masquerade ball that's going on in a couple weeks here in LA?
No, I always think I'm gonna, and then I don't ever. But yeah, there's a big event in LA called the Masquerade of Jareth or something like that. It's a labyrinth themed. You know, like the end of that movie when they have in the
Right.
crystal ball. There's the
Yeah.
big dance party. So it's
Don't walk away.
dress up in your craziest frilly Victorian garb and wear a mask and come to
Oh,
the
that
Labyrinth
sounds
of
awesome.
Jareth.
That sounds like
Masquerade
so
Ball.
much fun.
It does sound fun, and I never go. It's just expensive, and I
Yeah.
have something that's going, and I just never do. But are you gonna go, Nick? Because I'm not. Are you going?
Zach, can we start our own event where it's like a Dark Crystal party where we have to as slowly as Skeksis do and like
Yeah.
slowly get to like the main
Everybody has to be a
ballroom and then we
weird
just, like,
vulture
walk
creature. Yeah, absolutely. We should do that.
by stone.
So I'm
I'd
gonna
come to that.
cheat. I actually pulled up a list because I knew there's movies that I'm missing out on.
Uh-huh.
So and there's a couple that I'm just like hitting me in the head. Like, how did you forget these? It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Of course.
I almost feel like that goes without saying, right?
Well, I mean, I thought we were here to say these things.
Yeah.
Or,
And then what do you?
Come on.
fair point. Fair point.
I'm not sure how I feel about this one, but it's I love Mel Brooks. So Young Frankenstein.
Oh,
yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Does that count as like a Halloween?
Definitely.
Definitely.
I think it counts.
And we have to do the first year that Gene Wilder is no longer with us, so we have to honor him.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's sad.
God, Young Frankenstein is the best. It might be my favorite Mel Brooks.
Oh, I don't
Sad
even
or
think
Blazing Saddles.
It's
just
Yeah.
a contest.
so
Young
perfect.
Frankenstein, 100%.
God, I love that movie.
My grandfather used to work for your grandfather. The rates have gone up.
They were Roman, weren't they?
They told me it was Igor.
Wait,
What?
Wait,
What?
did we talk about The Craft?
Oh, The Craft! Yes!
Yeah.
Hell
I've
yes.
never seen that.
Hell yeah.
Ferrugia Balk? Come on.
Cass,
yeah.
you have
Cass?
never seen The Craft.
No.
Oh
You gotta
my
see The
God.
Craft,
Oh my
Cass.
god.
Okay, so what was the
Oh,
movie
it's
we
gonna
were
be a good
talking
Halloween
about?
for you, Cass.
Oh, Adam's Family.
Okay.
We were talking about like Adam's
Yeah.
Family is like this sort of like zeitgeist moment of like I don't even know how we would describe like female empowerment, like such cool,
Yeah, like
strong
goth
characters.
kinda,
Like
yeah.
The Craft is like it's like Hot Topic horror movie 1992. It's great.
Oh,
It's so
The
good.
Craft is when all like goth stuff from like the 90s and 2000s was like riffing on. Like you watch,
Oh,
Isn't like
okay.
Nev Campbell in it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Nev
Wait.
Campbell, Ferrugia Balk.
Nev
Yeah.
Campbell,
Robin Tunney.
pre-Scream Nev Campbell, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Pre
Yeah.
Sidney
Was,
Prescott.
Was Rex Manning Day before or after that movie with what's her face, Robin Tunney? Rex Manning Day. What is that movie called?
Oh,
With the kids at the
Empire
record
Records.
store.
Empire
Empire Records. Yeah. Is that before or after the?
I think
Craft?
that was before because the Craft was in 96.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to say Empire Records was like 95.
I don't know.
That seems right. Or it might also be 96. Like, I feel like I almost wonder if all of these movies, like Scream,
Yeah.
The Craft, and Empire Records, were all the same year.
Probably.
Empire Records was 95.
Okay.
And Scream.
Scream was later, I thought. Yeah, Scream was
Scream
96.
Scream is December 96. No. See, I'll say I love Scream. Scream is one of my favorite movies of all time. But I will say that Scream 2 is a better Halloween movie.
I've
I
actually
don't
never
know-
seen Scream 2.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
you're missing out. It's like one of my favorite sequels ever.
And he's like, I feel like I probably should see that movie.
Yeah, it's really good. Scream 2 is great.
Hang on, can I throw another one at you?
Yeah.
Idle Hands.
Oh yes.
Oh wow! I haven't seen that movie since I was a
Which I like to
teenager.
think of as the sequel to Casper.
Yeah, sure.
I haven't seen that movie. Since I was a teenager, but I watched it a lot as a teenager, like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that with very young?
Devin Sawa,
Angel?
Seth Green,
Devin Sawa,
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Wow, wild,
Yeah,
wild.
I haven't thought about that movie in a while.
You know what movie genuinely like really unsettled me as a kid, but I still enjoy going back to it is the 80s Blob.
Oh really?
yeah.
I've never seen that.
Most gruesome visual effects ever put to film are in that movie, I think.
Because it's like dissolving people. Is it's like eating them? It's like
Yeah.
gross, gruesome.
It's like they're being suffocated at the same time. It's like a lot. So much is happening to you when you're getting killed by the blob at once. And you just have to deal with so much.
I feel like
horrifying.
I feel like I should mention because it keeps coming up in the chat. Somebody keeps mentioning
Stop cursing.
Monster House.
Oh yeah.
I like Monster House.
Yeah, Monster House is great. I think it would be more of a classic if it hadn't been motion capture. Like one of those early motion capture things. Because I like the character designs a lot, but it's creepy that they move like humans.
It's unnerving.
It's really
I never really
unnerving.
thought about it like that.
Yeah. It's really unnerving.
Is it too like Uncanny Valley?
Yeah, very much so. Because they look like just like like regular normal DreamWorks Pixar characters, but then they move. They have like those extra. They have like those extra movements where they're just like moving a little too naturally, and it it's weird. It's creepy.
But like the unconscious gestures that you do, where you're like, oh yeah, that's a person over there.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
and a cartoon doing them is creepy. They're not good enough.
Interesting.
The discussion of Scream and the referencing back to the Addams Family reminded me of a movie that I didn't watch when it first came out, but I did see recently that I have a soft spot for, called Cursed, which is a werewolf movie with Christina Ricci.
Yeah, that's Wes Anderson or Wes Anderson.
Wes Craven.
Wes Anderson. I would pay a lot of money to see Wes Anderson direct a werewolf movie.
That would be amazing.
No, Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson. So it's the Scream people doing a werewolf movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that movie's a lot of fun. It's got
a lot of fun. It's not a great movie, but it is really. It has that tone.
Jesse
that's like super fun tone. Jesse Eisenberg, Christina Ricci. Who's the dude in it?
It's the dude from Heroes and Gilmore Girls. What's his name?
Milo Ventimiglia.
Yeah.
Milo Ventimiglia. Yeah. Rocky Jr.
Yeah.
It's Bob said it very well. He said it's a mess, but I kind of love it. On the chat. Yep. Spot on. Bob.
Late era Wes Craven movies. If you're in the mood for one of those, one of my most rewatched was My Soul to Take.
My Soul to Take. I don't know that one.
Yeah, I never got around to seeing.
It was Craven directed it right before Scream 4, and it banana.
I'm sorry, someone
in the chat.
Yeah. Wes Anderson's The Life Lycanthropic. So good. So good. Oh, I'd watch the shit out of that. Also, other ones that people keep mentioning, Creep Show.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love Creep Show. Creep Show. Tales from the Crypt.
Sure.
I assume specifically the episodes of the TV show, not movies. Oh, I will say, what is that?
Oh my God, Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. Absolutely.
The TV show or the movie?
The TV. Well, both I guess work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh is saying the live-action Scooby-Doo movie, which I'm down.
The first one.
Okay, guys.
It's such a summer movie.
Did you guys hear about the fact that like James Gunn wrote an R-rated Scooby-Doo movie, and that was the one they were shooting.
Yeah.
That's the one that they were shooting,
and then they
cut it all down to a PG movie because the studio like freaked out, and that's why there's all of those jokes where you're like, how is this in a PG movie? Like them obviously like smoking weed, like hotboxing in their van, and then like the girl being like, my name is Mary Jane, and he's like, Mary Jane, that's my favorite name.
Like I really want to
like that.
Read the script, the original script.
I want to see the original cut.
Yeah.
It exists. Like it's a movie that exists. It's crazy. You think at this point with like the Guardian stuff, he'd have a little pull to like get that out there.
That
would be amazing.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that. I'm gonna throw out a weird one.
Oh, weird ones, please, weird ones.
Yes.
I mean, not weird, but like maybe okay. So I
Unconventional.
saw this one with my girlfriend recently, and I wouldn't normally think of it as like a Halloween movie other than the fact that it's based around witchcraft. Have you ever seen Practical Magic?
Oh, that's a weird movie. That is
It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. It's like a rom-com
but
witch flick.
It's like rom-com, like murder mystery witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What about
Becomes Her?
Death Becomes Her? And then I was also going to say
Becomes Her. Yes.
Even Clue might kind of work on that level too.
Yeah.
Clue.
Totally.
Oh, so good. Yes.
Clue. I'm always looking for an excuse to rewatch Clue.
Yeah. Clue's a great Halloween movie.
Have we talked about the Halloween episodes of Buffy yet?
We mentioned it, and I think the Halloween episodes are really good, but I actually think the best Halloween episode of Buffy is Hush.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Hush.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
It takes place on Halloween, which is the most Halloween-y of the episodes. Yeah.
What were you going to say, Tofty?
I was saying the puppet show episode from season 1. Too.
Yeah.
Might be the creep. Between that and Hush, I think those are probably the two creepiest episodes of Buffy.
Yeah. That's just creepy. Maybe like I don't know. I always rewatch Fool for Love. If I can't like
Oh my god.
decide on a Buffy episode to watch, I rewatch Fool for Love. That's
Oh my
favorite.
god.
Oh god, I love it.
Oh, another
Band
really
Candy?
good not Halloween episode is the what is it? The one where the couple are like haunting people.
I only have
I only have
Oh.
eyes for you. Yeah.
I only have
Yeah,
eyes for you,
yeah,
season
yeah,
2.
yeah.
That's a great
So-
one.
Oh,
For a while, I was part of a commentary podcast called Shredded Cereal with some of my Ninja Turtles Minute colleagues. It's still out there if anyone wants to check it out. But we actually did like live commentary for those episodes. All those episodes that we just mentioned did a live commentary for. I love those episodes. They're so,
Nice.
all of those are so good.
So good. I still like when I moved to LA, like one of the things I got excited about was like, oh, there's filming locations here. Like they shot Back to the Future or they're in Griffith Park or whatever. But the one that really got me was when I went down to Torrance in California where they shot
yeah, the
Buffy.
Sunnydale High School.
And you can go to the high school.
they used.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I
That's
stood
cool.
on that staircase where everybody falls off of.
Oh,
and I only have
speaking
eyes
of
for
that
you.
high school, it's so weird watching Cursed and seeing
Yeah.
Sunnydale.
Sunnydale.
Yeah, Sunnydale is Andy Cursed. Yeah.
Also, there's another big teen movie that it's the same high school in.
It's just another teen movie? Is it that
Yeah,
one?
I think it's
Not
that one.
just another.
Yeah.
Or if it's not another teen movie, I think it's also in the original Freddie Prinze Jr. one. Because I think that
Oh,
was
She's
one
All
of the
That?
things- Yes, I think that's one of the things they did for that movie. Is like, let's get the school from She's All That.
She's all that was a remake.
Oh. Not another teen
Not another
movie.
teen movie. Great stuff. Buffy.
Well,
Any-
guys, my
any-
internet's really bad,
Oh,
so
go-
I might have to tap out soon.
That's all
Okay,
right.
all right.
But we love you.
But I just want to say, I just want to drop just a couple more recommendations. Anything by Guillermo del Toro was made
Hell
to be
yeah.
watched this
Yes.
Oh,
month,
yeah.
boy.
I'm so
Oh my god, I
excited.
love
Crimson Peak is so good, and I'm so excited for Shape of Water.
Yes.
cannot
Yes,
wait
I
for
just
Shape
saw the
of Water.
trailer for that.
Yeah.
I'm a little
but yeah,
annoyed
but
at
thank you
everybody
guys-
saying it's obviously Abe Sapien. I'm like, no, I think the dude just loves Creature from the Black Lagoon. But
Yeah.
uh,
Absolutely.
I am so excited for that movie. I do know it's literally Doug Jones
Mhm.
playing a fish man again, but
Yeah.
still.
Still.
Yeah.
Hellboy is another one of those, like, it's kind of a Halloween movie, but not really.
In spirit.
I'm not a big fan of the Hellboy movies, but I will say Pacific Rim almost works as like one of those not Halloween, but like
Monster
feels like kind of in
Sure.
that vibe, you know?
canceling the
Yeah.
apocalypse. Yeah, I can dig it.
Yeah. What was the other one you were gonna say, Nick?
Oh, you know, I can't remember now. I think I was just gonna say more Guillermo del Toro movies.
Yeah. Blade
Always.
2? Blade 2.
Blade 2.
Blade 2. Oh, I just rewatched
But yeah.
Interview with the Vampire the other day.
I
a
love
good
that
movie.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
That's
that's
Those
good.
books
I haven't seen that in a
are
while.
so good.
I should read those.
They're
But,
the first one, Interview with the
thank you guys-
Vampire, is good, but then like Vampire Lestat and everything that has Lestat as the narrator is so much better.
into it for sure.
Well, yeah, he's the most interesting
He is the most
Yeah.
interesting.
part.
Yeah.
I even have a soft spot for Queen of the Damned. That movie is weird.
Queen of the
but
Damned
I
isn't bad.
kind of
The
love it.
Aaliyah movie?
Yeah. The
Queen
Aaliyah
of the
movie.
Damned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Stuart Townsend as
Yes. Mhm.
All right. Well, you
fun.
guys
Good.
get to work on your Anne Rice podcast.
Yeah, sure. Vampires are great, you guys. What do you want from me?
Yeah, come on.
Happy Halloween season. I'll see
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
on the flip side.
Yeah.
All right, bye,
Bye,
Nick.
Nick.
Bye.
Bye.
Speaking of slightly trashy vampire stuff, the first couple of seasons of True Blood, I think, would be fun to watch. During,
interesting.
Halloween season. Yeah, just watched that recently.
Never got into that one.
Yeah, I
I think-
haven't seen any of that.
I would try like the first couple episodes if they're on HBO Go. See how you feel about them. I think the first like 3 seasons are genuinely a ton of fun.
Awesome.
It gets
Yeah.
weird. There's some good vampire shit in there.
I mean, in that vein, could you say Walking Dead if you're gonna? No.
Mm,
All right, I just thought I'd ask.
doesn't-
I'd rather tell
sorry.
people to watch
Doesn't
like
work for
Dawn
me.
of the Dead. You know, like I'd rather tell them to
Yeah.
watch like
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about like
Return of the
the
Living Dead?
Romero movies?
Yeah.
We didn't really talk. Are they Halloweeny?
I don't know if they're Halloweeny. Like there's something like not gothic about them, and I feel like there needs to be a little bit of like a gothic element to work for Halloween.
Not
gothic or Celtic or something.
Yeah.
Not actually a Romero movie, but Return of the Living Dead, which is
that one's a little more.
That one's Halloween-y.
Yeah, because that one's like a little more goofy, and there's like this. Yeah.
Graveyard dance scenes and stuff.
Yeah. That one has that element of humor to it that I feel like that playfulness.
Yeah. Here's an odd one that I feel is Halloween-y, but maybe it's not. Maybe you guys will disagree. I like to watch the first Pirates of the Caribbean around Halloween.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because there's ghost pirates.
Yeah, exactly. No,
I
that's
like to watch that
totally
movie
place.
all the time. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
if you're set in 1800s London, you're pretty much go for Halloween, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
yes.
Totally. Yeah. It's good.
Pet Cemetery.
Oh, I need to watch that.
I've never seen it.
I saw half of it when I was young, and I think my mom noticed I was watching it. I was like, nope, can't watch that.
Yeah.
The only
It's
time that's
great.
Usually I wouldn't get any sort of like, restrictions on things I could watch. But I think my mom was like, no dead animals, no. But I really need to finish watching that.
So
I'd love
it's
to.
great because not only is it a really good adaptation of a Stephen King book, but Herman Munster plays a huge part in it.
Oh.
Cool. Wait, the
Yeah,
character?
that's
Herman
no,
Munster
the
or
actor.
Okay.
Fred Gwynn is the is like the old man, like dangerous old man guy in Pet Cemetery.
Oh.
Like he's like the creepy old guy.
Interesting.
Ooh, Chris.
Oh.
Sorry, Chris on the chat said the first Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Okay,
Love
I
that
still haven't
movie.
seen that.
that one
I
was
really,
solid.
really want to.
How have you not seen that, Cassandra?
Brendan Fraser
I-
was dreamy
I
in
don't know.
'97.
It's so fun. It's so
Rachel
fun.
I know,
Weisz
it's
is
like-
dreamy in 1997. I tell you what.
Yeah.
That's
Boy.
also true.
Oh boy, that's a good movie. I mean, it's a fun movie. It's not like great literature.
It was a lot of fun.
Boy, it's fun.
Anyone else think that
It's so
John
much fun.
Stamos would have been equally as good in those movies?
John Stamos? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? I mean,
And
Oh,
Mummy
yeah, sure.
would have been fun.
I would watch John Stamos in pretty much anything.
Tofty's just really into John Stamos. I don't know if you guys know this about him.
I'm
now
as
we
into
know.
John Stamos as a straight guy can be. So
Yeah.
I met John Stamos.
So I was just gonna say, going back to the Munsters thing.
Uh-huh.
So we all know Gremlins is a Christmas
A
movie.
Christmas movie.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
Gremlins 2 a Halloween movie?
Maybe. Yes.
Because
Maybe.
it's got Grandpa Munster in it,
It does have
basically as Grandpa Munster.
And it is a sillier tone than the
Yeah.
first Gremlins. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I'm
I
buying
haven't
this.
seen Gremlins 2 yet.
Oh,
I mean,
Don't
I
anything about that movie. Don't let anybody tell you anything about what happens.
Yeah.
in that.
You have to
I-
just see the insanity for yourself.
Yeah.
I did Mogwai Minute before I saw Gremlins. I
Oh,
like
How?
went in blind. They
Oh.
sent me the links right before we recorded each minute.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I got like the scene when they're eating chicken, and I was like,
That
"This is
stresses me
disgusting.
out.
Why am I watching this?"
Oh my
It
goodness.
was
a way to be introduced to Gremlins.
Yeah, that's how they introduced me to Gremlins. That was that's got to be George. I think that was George's idea.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Watch the second one. Yeah.
I need to. I need to.
hang on. How about Super Mario Brothers the movie
What? That's not a thing.
interesting.
Why?
for a Halloween movie?
Why for
Interesting.
Halloween?
Because they're
I don't know.
Because there's
Interesting.
lizard people. There's lizard people in it, right? What do you call them?
Because of the lizard people.
No, you
Okay.
know what? I'm kind of
Scott,
picking up.
yeah.
I'm kind of picking up what you're putting down. I think
There's something about it.
I kind of think I like it. Yeah.
Like the slimy thing,
Yeah.
egg thing, and the
Yeah.
dying in the caves, and
I've never seen that
but
movie.
we
John
need to-
Leguizamo.
Oh, I feel like we should preface that this is in no way a recommendation from either. of us.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's terrible.
It's
Yeah.
awful, but it's like it's the kind of awful that you can have a lot of fun, like drink hate watching.
yeah.
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 But it's bad. It's real bad. It's it's a
Good
mess.
to know.
You know what's on my list, but I haven't seen it yet, is Near Dark, the Catherine Bigelow vampire movie.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, Near Dark is good, but Near Dark isn't a Halloween.
Isn't
movie.
Halloweeny?
No,
It's
it's because
not
it's a western.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
That's cool.
dope.
So
West
it has like a
Coast
very
vampire.
different vibe to it.
Into it, into it, into it.
Chris on the chat brought up an interesting question. Who are the actors with the most Halloweeny filmography?
Christopher
Ooh.
Lee, probably.
That was the
Yeah.
first one that popped in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Vincent Price.
Oh, Vincent Price. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
He's in Thriller.
Maybe
you
if
got
it's
that
He is.
bonus.
maybe
is
we
in
have
Thriller.
to
Cheney
make the
Jr.
rule that it's
He's also in
not
Edward Scissorhands.
horror icon.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right. That was his last role, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vincent Price.
He's
Maybe
in
he's
the
in it.
original Frankenweenie. Or is it Frankenweenie or is he in the original Vincent stop motion? Which stop motion one is he in?
I don't know.
The Tim Burton stop motion things.
Frankenweenie.
I don't know.
Vincent Price.
I think he might be in
Thought it
Vincent.
was the original.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's the 2 stop motion things that Tim Burton did before he did
yeah.
Pee-wee.
Yeah.
He did a Frankenweenie and he did Vincent. I bet he's the narrator of Vincent. It's probably that obvious, but
Jamie Lee Curtis.
You know what Tim Burton movie that I really like that
Jamie
I
Lee
feel
Curtis.
like is really underappreciated is Corpse Bride.
Oh, we didn't mention
oh
Corpse Bride.
I
yeah,
think I
Yeah.
actually prefer.
I've never
Corpse
seen
Bride.
that one.
I really like
I like
Corpse
Corpse
Bride. Yeah.
It's I don't know. A lot of people
It's
don't like
sweet.
it, but I like it a lot.
yeah.
I think there's more. It's more of a Tim Burton movie than Nightmare is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Nightmare is not literally not his movie.
Literally not Tim
Right.
Burton.
Yeah.
But everyone associates him with that movie. So
With that
Right.
movie, Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, Corpse Bride.
that's not his movie?
No,
Well,
he didn't
he-
direct it.
He didn't direct it, but he's
Really?
involved with
No.
it.
Produce?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
produced it, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
based on his children's book. That's why it's
Right.
called Tim
Ah.
Burton's A Nightmare Before
Nightmare
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But Henry Selick directed it.
Directed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Directed the hell out of
Okay.
it.
Directed the hell into it.
Directed the hell into it.
Oh,
I'll be here all week.
Oh, Johnny
Depp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah,
one.
it's a very
Yeah.
Halloween film.
Did you guys see what was the movie he did recently that was based on the old TV show? He played like a vampire.
Dark Shadows?
Oh, Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows.
Oh
Did anyone
man.
see that?
That's
Oh, I
Halloween.
did. I went to the theater. I think on like the 3rd or 4th week, and no one was in the theater. So I just sat in the back and live tweeted my watching of it,
Nice.
and it
Oh.
was one of the most satisfying things ever.
Oh my
'Cause
gosh.
it
was
I
was
mean-
not good.
Oh, it is hot garbage. Hot.
It's really not great. There's
Okay.
interesting stuff in it.
Oh
There's-
yeah. Well, but it's
Eva
Bye,
Green
Chris.
is in that movie. Okay.
it's kind of like fun hot garbage. Like Gotham is
Green.
fun hot garbage.
right. Yeah.
But it's
Wet hot
trash.
American garbage.
Oh, it's total trash. It's
God,
trash.
you know what movie I wanted to love but I didn't love was the Benicio del Toro Wolfman that came out a few years ago.
Same.
Like,
I still want to see Mark Romanek's version of that movie that he
Yeah.
got fired from.
yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I would love to see it with the original makeups and everything. I mean, most of them are still in there, but like they switched to CG for a lot of the werewolf stuff, and I was just like, I just want good werewolf stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there other good werewolf movies we didn't hit on? I mean,
There's
the big
very few. Ginger Snaps is pretty
ones-
good.
Ginger Snaps. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I couldn't think of.
Yeah,
earlier.
Ginger Snaps
We were
is
talking
pretty
about
good.
the craft. Yeah.
Dog Soldiers is pretty
Dog
good.
Soldiers is solid. Yeah. The
I think that's
Howling.
the Howling's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolf with Jack Nicholson is alright, but it's not really a werewolfy movie.
Yeah.
Teen Wolf is not a great movie.
No.
Michael J. Fox is in it.
You take that back.
No, never.
I love Teen
I'm-
Wolf.
I'm-
When was the last time you saw Teen Wolf?
I watched
Literally 2 weeks ago.
I watched Teen Wolf all the time growing up.
I
Oh,
still
but
watch it.
It is a bad movie. It's a
It's
real
a terrible movie,
It's
but I
so
love it.
fun.
so
Oh, yeah.
much.
It's so fun. It's so
so
fun,
fun.
but it's not good. It's kind of racist. It's weird. It's a weird movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, the premise of Teen Wolf is that being a werewolf gives you all of the abilities of a black man, and it's very awkward.
Yeah, that's super weird.
Okay,
That's
I never thought about it like that. But
that is super weird.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
also
it's very
super weird. Isn't his whole basketball team a bunch of white kids?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
my high school
terrible.
basketball team. My high school basketball team was a bunch of white kids.
Fair. Yeah.
Okay,
No.
well.
Sometimes it's just where you.
I'm not saying it never happened. I'm just maybe
the
maybe in a
biggest
movie,
crime-
maybe not the best choice.
The
Yeah.
biggest crime in that movie is that Tom Bosley did not play the father.
Who?
But
Tom
I love
Bosley.
the guy who
Howard
played.
Cunningham from Happy Days.
Yeah, I love the guy who played the
yeah.
father.
I
That
do
would be
too,
fun.
but I constantly remember it as Tom Bosley, but it's not.
All right, that feels like more of a you problem, Tofty.
I don't know if it's a problem per se.
I don't
We
know.
already touched on the better version of this, but I just got remembered. There's a Teen Wolf ripoff scene in the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie. where there's a vampire who's better at playing basketball because he's a
Oh yeah,
he's got like ears.
that's
I
true.
watched that like a month or so ago.
Oh, see, now that movie is bad.
That movie's
Yes.
not great. It's what's weird about that movie is clearly, I mean, I think most of us are Buffy fans in general, Buffy the TV show. Is most of the humor in Buffy the TV show comes from having characters who are funny in very serious situations.
Right.
Whereas the Buffy movie tries to make the situations funny. It tries to make them like campy.
Well, I think it was a side effect. A lot of people like to blame that director, but I actually think it's more of a side effect of Kiefer. Or not Kiefer, Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Of Donald Sutherland not understanding the script, only taking it as a paycheck, not understanding not understanding what was funny, and then just overpowering the director.
Yeah.
And doing its own thing. Yeah, making it slapstick. And
It also sucked.
It also sucked. The first scene Donald Sutherland is in, he's like halfway doing an English accent, and then he and then the rest is and you're like,
okay.
You do that all the time. Carrie Fisher did that. That I can let go.
But two things mentioned in the chat window I want to bring up. Okay. One is the Hannibal TV show.
Oh, dope!
Which is an excellent choice, especially I would say over the movies like Silence of the Lambs and stuff, which don't really feel Halloween-y, but Hannibal does.
No.
Hannibal, the TV show, does.
I agree with that.
Ooh, Underworld. Somebody mentioned Underworld. Bob.
Yeah. Underworld. I don't disagree that it's not Halloween-y. It definitely is, but it's not. It's not my thing. I don't know.
Underworld and Underworld Evolution, I dig. The rest of them I can give or take. Actually, I kind of like the Romeo and Juliet one, but it's not really.
How many of them are there?
There's like 5.
There's like 5. Isn't
Too many.
4 or 5. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like there's.
Oh yeah, because the 5th one came out because Kate Beckinsale came back.
Came back.
Right.
Yeah.
I just like the werewolf effects in those movies.
Oh yeah, sure.
They got good werewolves.
Elaine also points out the X-Files.
Oh, totally.
There's a lot of really good Halloween X-Files episodes.
Yeah. Maybe even Roswell a little bit. There's a couple Halloween episodes.
Oh, I missed that show.
Roswell.
I like Roswell.
I like Roswell.
This movie I have found to be pretty divisive in various circles, but I really liked it. The Witch from a couple years ago, the Robert Eggers movie, The Witch. Do you know The Witch? I didn't see it. With 2 V's. The Witch.
I know what you're talking about, but I haven't seen it.
I saw it, but I don't want to poo-poo on your opinion because
fair enough. Yeah,
you know how I feel about that movie.
Yeah, fair enough. I really dig that movie, and it's a New Englandy witch movie. Maybe it's more of a Christmas movie. I watched it at Christmas, and it felt right for that. But
Interesting.
High-profile horror film worth mentioning.
All right.
I think
so what do we think? I think we're at the 2-hour mark now.
Oof. Yeah.
So I think we should probably.
Let me close with this one. This is the last one that I want to mention.
All right.
Yeah.
Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, double toil and trouble.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Yes. Hell yes.
You're welcome.
That and Ernest Scared Stupid. I watched a lot as a kid.
Oh,
I really did.
So listen, no, actually, in all seriousness, Ernest Scared Stupid. That scene with the troll scared the bejesus out of me as a kid. I won't to this day. I won't watch any Ernest movies because of that one. I never even saw the whole movie. I just saw that one scene. I went to a friend's house after school one day. It was on TV, and I was like, "Nope, Ernest is not for me."
It is unnecessarily creepy. Like it's just like this is too much. It's like that episode of Salute Your Shorts with Zeke the plumber, where you're like, "This is too much, guys. This is too much."
You did it too well.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah.
Another thing that I just won't watch. Because
Also, a Goosebumps series they had for a while. There was a Goosebumps TV show.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I like
can I tell you that Goosebumps makes me angry now because the books, they don't have the bumps on the book covers anymore. They flatten out the book covers. Zach. That was pretty much. So I work at a school, and we just had Scholastic Book Fair, and like the Goosebumps books still come out, But yeah, there's no texture on the cover anymore. Like, why
That
even
is
bother?
hot garbage right there.
That is hot, wet, hot American garbage.
Wet
That
hot
is not
American
cool.
garbage.
That's not cool.
All right, Scott,
all right.
I didn't mean to ruin your sign off.
No,
No,
that's
great.
good. That's good. We ended on a high note instead of
Heck
like
yeah.
a slow like roll womp womp ending. So that's good. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate you guys for being here. And if you're watching this later, make sure that you come and join us next month because we're going to do one of these. What should our topic next month be? Let us know.
I don't know, but do you wanna mention where each of us is from, what podcast we're from? So
good idea.
People are
Good idea. Cass, you go first.
I'm from Lord of the Rings Minute and Doctor's Companion, which I host with Scott and Nick.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Fury?
Sorry, my computer was a piece of crap. But I'm here now. So.
All right.
Out and in. Did you say me next?
Yeah.
Oh, I do Harry Potter Minute and Ferris Bueller's Minute Off, which is wrapping up really soon.
Yeah.
I think we've got like a little over a month left.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tofty.
I do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Minute. I'm also an actor and staff on Geek by Night, and I host a show called Calling BS, also on the Dueling Genre Network.
Yes.
Yes,
Beautiful.
indeed. Zach.
I am one of the co-hosts of Spider-Man Minute, along with Mr. Scott Corelli, and I'm also an actor on Geek by Night.
Yeah. And of course, Scott Corelli, Back to the Future Minute, Spider-Man Minute, which is wrapping up in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Our first
Man, they
season
go quick
wrapped
now.
up in 2 weeks. Yeah. And then I'll be starting up the Cornetto Minute with Shaun of the Dead in about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
I think it starts the Monday after Spider-Man wraps.
Dude, you're crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I know. But it's happening. So, all right. So go check out duelinggenre.com, of course. Do you have a last thought,
Topics for next time?
Oh, yeah. Topics for next time. Because we're going to do Christmas, obviously, in December.
Obviously.
We can probably skip Thanksgiving movies.
Yeah. There's like two.
There's
It's
like
like Plane,
two.
Trains, and Automobiles and Home for the Holidays. It's
Yeah.
two. I just named both of them.
Maybe we could do like a cult
done it.
classics.
Well, you know what? There's going to be a lot of fall TV starting up here at the end of September, October, so it might be a good time to talk about what's current on TV come November.
Yeah.
TV.
We can do like more of like a current thing.
Yeah.
Let's do that. All
down
right.
with
Sounds good.
All
Cass has like a face, so maybe she won't be participating in that particular
I
one.
watch very, very little TV. Like
I have
currently.
like 3 shows.
Same.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, somebody said high school movies because it's fall and school starts. So
Oh.
favorite high school movies.
That would
That's
be
not a
good.
bad
We could
choice.
talk about Teen Wolf again.
We could talk about Teen Wolf. I could talk about Heather's. Oh, Heather's. Kind of Halloween.
That's a good. That's
Oh,
no,
that's
but
That is a good one.
that would
That's
be
a pretty good
one.
Halloween one. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
solid Halloween one.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next month, or you'll hear us on all of the Dueling Genre podcasts we mentioned earlier. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.